Okay. Now chat should hear everything.
Hello?
Chat? Hello, are you
Chat?
there?
Okay.
Chat?
I'm not
Sorry.
saying that joke again, dude. I won't.
Sorry about that. I
Can't
was
recapture the magic.
because I changed computers last week. I've had to redo my whole OBS stuff. It was about an hour and a half before the show started, and I was like, "Yep, okay, all good to go. I don't have to do anything for tonight. I prepped everything extra yesterday." And I just came to, I was like, "Oh no, I haven't done any of the assets," and I had to go and make everyone's cams again, do all the backgrounds, everything. So yeah, I forgot to flick over the mic. That's okay. That's the least problem. I was saying it's episode 79, so welcome out to that. And also, a very special episode today, because it is Shane's birthday.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
welcome.
welcome to the
Are you?
club.
Yeah.
Welcome to our club,
yeah.
Shane.
You're also
Yeah,
old and
he's
crusty.
Yeah,
Like me.
It's
Young and
true.
spry. Young and supple.
Is Tamara the youngest of us?
Yeah. It was young and supple.
Tamara is the youngest of us, but is the oldest heart.
True.
I'm like 25. I swear, like everyone else here is like.
Yeah, we're all 5+ your senior.
We're all 30 plus. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually the group name.
Damn.
30 plus and tomorrow.
30
Yeah,
plus.
30 plus and it really rolls off the tongue.
Get out
Great.
what you can tomorrow.
Yeah. We're gonna rub
God,
off on
it's so
you.
depressing. I'm just seeing how sad it's gonna be in like 5 years.
Yeah. It's,
Welcome to your future.
It never gets
This is where
better.
you'll be in 5 years.
Enjoy your suppleness now while you can.
I'm barely
go.
supple.
Yeah, you're not even supple now.
I hate this supple talk. I hate the word supple now. I hate the word supple.
Supple just makes me think I need to moisturize like way more than I do.
That's it. I imagine
don't-
supple is like
I'm too moisturized.
like a chubby grandmother.
No, yeah. So what I mean is I don't feel supple, so I feel like I need to moisturize.
okay,
Is what
okay.
I'm
I gotta
saying.
do something to get that.
Yeah.
supplement.
I feel
Um,
dehydrated.
Chat, everyone, drink some water, get some lotion.
That's true.
Please hydrate yourself. Stay supple.
Stay supple.
Stay supple.
Stay supple.
We've all said it so much now; it just is a meaningless word. It doesn't.
It doesn't sound like a word
Yeah.
anymore.
We've ruined it.
Well, Shane gets birthday inspiration. It lasts for a month, Shane, as per the rules, because no one ever spends their birthday inspiration and then screams about it the next week. So, yep, it'll last for a little bit. Other than that, has anyone got anything they want to shout out? We have no Dodge today. She's over in the US currently, but she should be back probably for next week. So, has anyone got anything they want to bounce off? No?
Bounce off this supple D&D group.
Yeah.
Bro, how many times did you have to call me? Just trying to keep track.
Yeah, so Sam went to a stag do last night. Messages me
No,
about...
I went on Friday.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
God.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And he messaged me
Yep. Checks out.
at 4:30 p.m. today saying, "Here's my number. Call me. My alarm should go off, but call me if it doesn't. And I'm gonna try and take a power nap because he was the responsible one during the stag do apparently. I didn't believe that. I only had to call you once. I texted you and then I called
Okay,
you
yeah.
on loudspeaker.
I did have
on
a
the thing.
text that just said Sam. So I was like, oh no. How many times
That
did
was
you try?
just-
It was the combination of the ringtone and the alarm that got me.
Nice, nice.
The alarm
Yeah,
was
it wasn't comfortable
not strong
sounds.
enough.
Mm-hmm. I put you on loudspeaker, but we didn't have a funny groggy Sam. You just hung up immediately.
Well, yeah,
We were
the
bummed out.
stag lived, so I'm a hero.
Good job.
Thanks.
Well,
Said Batman.
let us get into tonight's episode. So, does anyone fancy doing the recap? I know you guys are. Everyone was messaging me before the stream saying, "Please let
Just
it be me."
chopping at the bit to do the recap.
Can't read.
Okay.
I can't read. I can't read. I think I did the last one.
Shane
Okay.
said because he's 30 and now he's going to enjoy a good book, as 30s do.
I am
He would love
not.
to just read this passage.
I feel like Shane reads it all the
Yeah,
time, or
Shane.
volunteers
I don't want to
too.
do anything.
Shane, you get to, as the birthday boy, you get to
Yeah,
pick
Shane
someone.
choose.
You get to do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'll pick.
Sick. I pick Joseph Fudge. Oh, he never saw it coming.
Directly.
He never saw it.
Attacks the
Last time I let birthday boys pick.
Yeah.
God damn.
Ruined it for everybody else this year.
Holy shit.
Well, last we left off, you made your way toward the fire giants serving Krigvenn in their fire mountains called the Kiln, and therefore Skold's home. Your plan was to unite all of the Krigvenn under one banner, under Skold. When you arrived, you found a half Krigvenn, half Dragonborn named Worm, and he was uniting all of the other residents of the volcanic mountains under the rulership of Hawk, who you know better as Uven, the Betrayer. You challenged his leadership, and Skold also asked Adderward to champion on his behalf, fighting in a one-on-one duel for leadership of the Fire Clans against Worm. Adderward easily killed Worm, and the Fire Clans gave their fealty to Adderward, who then passed it back to Skold. In the lair of Skold's giant, Krognar, you found the truth about the Krigvenn. That they're actually the 7th giant clan, implanted with a bestial curse much similar to that of lycanthropy, but now independent. You returned back to Kongstal with 2 more clans to convince: the Wizen Stone Clan and the ever-mischievous Cloud. You left off inside Kongstal. Kongstal is busier by the time you guys get back, only a few days later, with many more clans starting to arrive. When I talk about the Fire Clans, it's essentially many, many different clans under that banner. The same with all the others. So you have different portions of the Frost and the Hill Giants, all of their Krigvenn kind of coming to this area. Some of them hollowing out the sections of Kongstal, which was built for their embassies, built for their clans to kind of rest and take part in, now collapsed over the years of uninhabitants. Once you return back, you're seeing many more Krigvenn are arriving. You see them kind of whispering under their breath, just looking towards Skull, nodding their heads, recognizing. You spoke to Almo when you came back as well, who was comfortable in his position here as well, having integrated himself pretty easily into the Krigvenn. The elder that you spoke to previously, Skold, had kind of said to you that the Stone Clans had still not responded, and the Cloud are still out of reach. The elder looks across your group and nods. Well, where do you think you're going to go next?
Well, wasn't the last thing that happened, we were told that the Stone Clan was in trouble and we needed to head there as soon as possible?
Yeah.
You did learn that, yes. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, I think that was our intended destination.
Okay. So, you have yourselves the series of almost like hermit crab creatures that you can traverse the wilderness with. Before heading out, the elder sends over a Krigvenn towards your group. You're over near your nomad rock treads, kind of unsaddling them, getting them ready to go. And a Krigvenn kind of steps over. You can see one portion of his face is completely missing, portion of his head's missing. And stone is embedded in there with runes, patterns over it. A small gem is embedded where his eye once was, and it glows softly. He steps over. He's kind of got a bit of a he's got a bit of a kind of a limp to his step, and he wears kind of big rags over his shoulder. Has spears and nets on his back. He steps over and goes, "Hey, I'm told that I'm the one that's going to be leading you down in those mountains. Name's North. Know the safest path down to get south. Be following my rock tread. Is that understood?"
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just stick along my path. We'll be safe along the entire route.
So your name is North and you're taking us south? Sorry, that's just like kind of poetic.
Don't listen to much poetry, but take your word for it, sir. All right.
It is.
Okay. Well, the safest pass will be passing by the woodlands, keeping on the flat line. It's in no worm territory, so we should be safe for the most part of it. Not expecting any bad weather, so probably talking about 2 days on the road. You need any supplies before heading there, you let me know. Otherwise, I'll get these things saddled up and ready to go.
I think we're okay supply-wise, right? We
Got
didn't really.
Yeah, I don't think we need anything.
Yeah.
He kind of walks over towards one of the rock treads, which you see has kind of a darkened shell. It's a bit more of a, almost like it's a large kind of like stone from closer to the sea. You can see kind of kelp and other portions on it still hanging off of small barnacles that riddle up the side of it. He climbs up on top of it, and this kind of familiar one, he leans down, kind of feeds it this whole kind of haunch of stony kind of meat. And you see it crunch it down and then nestle against him. He looks across your room and says, all right, well, we can head out. Does anyone want to Jaeger Fabia today, or would you prefer she remains behind? I'll give it to you guys as a group.
I mean, if anyone's going to Jaeger, Fabia, it obviously has to be Bree. So it's up to Bree.
Is this for like combat purposes or RP or both?
Brooke said that the way Fabio operates is basically like you're cursed to her timeline.
Yeah. Brooke said that Fabia is basically Bree can just read her tweets to play Fabia. The tone is similar. Which I've never had a higher compliment in my life, first of all. Yeah.
I feel like Dodger chose, right? You don't get a choice. She did.
Fabia chose me.
That's true. You are chosen. Would you
chosen.
prefer to bring her along or leave behind?
Um,
You're at that screen in Mass Effect or Dragon Age where you can highlight the character.
Yeah.
I think bring her along just because her combat is pretty straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rogue.
Yeah.
So I've played a rogue before.
You should be good.
Should be okay. You guys will help me. It's fine.
Yep. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, she saddles up along with everyone else.
Fabia goes, are there any brothels in the south?
Where
Where can I get laid?
Yeah, I'm sure you can find them around there, ma'am. I don't know of any myself. I'm a happily married man, so.
Oh, that's good for you, not for me. But yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm sure we might be able to run across one on the way, but it ain't on our trail. So, go ahead and shut yourself up. Maybe keep it a little bit quiet down the back there, right?
Roadside brothel.
Maybe I shut the fuck up.
All right, you seem like you're gonna be trouble. Get in the back.
Yeah, he steps up onto his rock tread and starts leading the path outside of the mountain. For your kind of sake of where you're heading to, one sec, my roll 20's being weird. There it is. You are heading down towards the Fjells, kind of the northern side of it. It's probably twice the distance of your travel towards Kiln, but it's a much more flatter land, so it's a lot quicker to traverse, and the rock treads can kind of pick up a bigger pace. So, for the most part, you should only take you a couple of days, 2 nights of travel to get there.
Nice.
You set out north, kind of leading the way. Within an hour, you're in sight of the Stigwood, a great forest that leads for miles southward, where the snow elves kind of keep. He keeps kind of closer to the side of the forest towards the actual ice lake itself, keeping to kind of a flat pathland that you can see that the snow elves travel their way through. You'd be passing by small kind of outposts of them where the elves don't really interfere at all. You'd see occasionally some of them watching from the tree line, some of them patrolling the ice lake itself. You can see for miles across it. Some dips into the ice, some kind of pools there, but for the most part, you're pretty much safe along this path line. It seems to be well defended all the way across the Stigwood. Is there anything you guys want to do on your travel?
Did Almo come with us this time? Because are we planning to go back, or are we gonna keep heading south
I
after
don't
this?
think he would have come with us.
Maybe we'll
have
go back to get him.
The cloud
They could
giants at the top of the
definitely
hill.
go Yeah.
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
The other way.
Okay, so we are going back. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you start heading southward across past the Sigurd, yeah?
Is there? I know we talked about this before, but like on these rock treads, can like two people can ride on one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way they're designed is like a hermit crab finds its shell. They basically hollow out stones, and they build themselves into like stone. So essentially, what the Krigvenn have done is they've carved out saddles out of stone, so you can have like a several kind of built one. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to try and do as much studying of the next spell in my book as I can whilst chilling on a real conducive to study time, but I want to knock off as much as I can.
Sounds good. So I would say each day you'd be able to knock off about probably 6 hours of reading. Maybe 8 hours of reading if you're completely focused. So go ahead and knock off just 12 hours of reading in total.
Okay. Thanks.
Passing by the Stigwood, you kind of get to a point where midway down, there's kind of a large elven gateway. You can see it's kind of built over a rock that kind of pushes its way and protrudes into the ice lake. This portion of the ice lake is turned into kind of slush from about probably a good few hundred meters outward. Man-made slush, kind of, you can see it's clearly been forced and turned into it. The actual gateway itself is built out of the wood that you would kind of see in the tree line itself, the oak itself, or not sorry, not the oak, the wood. It's kind of this soft, kind of almost alabaster color. The front gates are kind of designed with bows and leaves and kind of flowers woven into the wood shape and kind of patterns interwoven neatly into it. You see an elf kind of step forward. The snow elves they're similar to how drow are usually depicted. They're darker of skin, like a deep blue, kind of greater features. Their hair matted and longer, but kind of turned and curled into braids. You see one step forward with dark black hair kind of rippling down his face. And he steps up and looks up and goes, "North. Where are you heading to?" "Well, we're heading down to the fields. That's the plan anyway. We're going to be moving down the southern path and just keeping out your way." Looks across your entire group. "And who are you?" North just kind of turns his saddle towards you guys.
We are
Hello.
Godsbane.
Godsbane. You are the group that killed the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. Are you heading to kill the others?
What others? Other dragons?
We had sighting of the dragons. 2 of them flying over. South of Stigwood.
Oh. What color?
1 blue, 1 purple.
Yeah, I mean, if we get around to it.
Yeah.
And that's
The
on
blue
our
one.
itinerary
Yeah.
eventually.
We're heading to see the Stone Clan.
Let them pass! You see the gates kind of open inward. The doorway going out towards the ice lake and 1 doorway going towards the woodland. They step aside. And North passes through. The elves kind of watch you as you're going by. Down the heads to you. To travel down the Stigwood would probably take the better part of pretty much until nighttime. By the time you reach the southern end of it. But eventually you do reach the south. You reach just kind of beyond where the woods are starting to fade and become more sparse. And the open plains of the snow open toward you. Carrying on, what do you want to do for nighttime? Any precautions?
Well, I mean, like, my familiar will be watching, and
Yeah.
For
I could
sure.
Watch.
Yep, 2 familiars on watch.
And Aaron, I guess.
Tiny
right?
hut as well.
I have Aaron keep watch too, since he doesn't
Yeah.
sleep.
We don't sleep without tiny hut.
We're allowed in this time?
Scald sleeps outside tiny hut.
Oh.
It's too tiny.
Your mistake.
It's too tiny.
It's too tiny. Skull doesn't want to be cramped.
How big is that? Tiny Hut's pretty big, right?
It's not huge. It is a tiny hut.
Cozy.
It's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
So 20 feet.
So yeah, it's 20 feet diameter. It's not so bad.
It's not,
That's
it's not,
pretty.
not terrible.
It's cozy.
Yeah, it's cozy. Yeah, your tiny hut comes up. North.
Basil farts a lot though in hot boxes.
You see North kind of look towards Skull and go, I'll stay outside with this one as well. I prefer the cold winds. Don't worry though, this area should be safe. The elves keep it pretty tidy down this part.
All right.
Right. Edward makes a tiny hut and goes to sleep.
Question.
Yep.
Can people scry on us in Tiny Hut?
Good question.
Yes, I believe.
I think yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it just stops any magic from. One sec, let me just see the wording.
Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be
No.
cast through it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
yeah, I would say no. I would say scry. You
Okay,
can't be
cool.
scried if you're inside.
Good to know.
That's very good.
All right. I think before we go to sleep, I'd ask Timmy. Timmy, do you remember? You know that remember the you have entered the plane of diplomacy spell. Do you know how to do that? Do you know anyone who does? How do we learn how to do that if we wanted to, hypothetically?
I mean, I definitely can't do it. Have I ever heard of anybody doing that, Joe? Heard
No,
of it?
it's an old spell. Let me just find it a second.
I mean, if we found the paper, like the instructions for Adelward could
Yeah.
learn how to do it.
Let me just think. What episode did you guys go into that? Probably about 72? Just double check my notes, because I think I wrote it down, but I just don't think I passed it across.
Yeah, I remember we talked about it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 72.
I have to write it down, but I can get the spell details for you. It is a 7th level spell, I want to say. Maybe 6th level.
Well, seventh I can cast it another level. 6th I can cast it now.
I think it's 6th level spell.
Okay.
And I think it was a bard, wizard, and cleric spell.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. It just feels like it might come in handy at some point, so
Definitely could.
yeah, right? All right, I guess we'll just, I don't know, maybe we'll find a book or something that has it written down. Hang on. I'm gonna take out Tack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna send a message to the guy that I talked. You know the headmaster of the university in Tithmore, where he was like, "You guys could do a class on adventuring." And I was like, "So we're
Yeah.
professors." And he was like, "You're definitely not professors." I just forgot that
Yeah.
guy's name, but him. I'm definitely gonna send a message to him. And just audio. I don't need a visual. Hey, hope you're not sleeping. Do you know? Do you have a book so we could learn that plane of diplomacy spell, or do you know where we could find one? Thanks.
Okay. You hear the voice back in your head. I'm not sure who this is, but it is uncouth to message so late. And yes, we have access to the spell. Don't call again. And then
The second person to tell her that, she's just going to completely ignore that for sure. I guess no one else would hear that, right? Because
No,
I
it's in
just
your
did it audio. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Basil, remember? Fuck, I really did forget his name. The headmaster of the academy in Tithmore.
Yeah.
You know, we were gonna
yeah.
be professors. Yeah, we're traveling professors there. Yeah, they've got it in a book. So if we can't figure out, if we don't see it anywhere else, we can just get a copy of it from there, and then like Adelward could learn it, or whoever could learn it. Oh, that diplomacy spell. I just thought would like. I'm sorry. I should have whispered you were sleeping. I just wanted to see if we could learn the diplomacy. I'm just gonna lean over. It was just a diplomacy spell. That's all. I'm just gonna pan him.
This spell only lasts 8 hours. Falls back asleep.
Okay, that's all I needed.
I can't find my notes on the guy. You have to give me. I have to find the guy. I think I made him up on the day. So
I'm gonna find it because it's gonna drive me nuts.
That's fair. If you don't do anything else for the rest of the night, North would sleep outside, kind of keep it protected as well. Getting a bit less sleep. Otherwise, yeah, you would sleep through the night pretty much undisturbed. The kind of pathway you've taken is fairly safe. Morning comes, you kind of get the bright light shining through. It's actually kind of nicer weather for Fuel Helm, that is. Less kind of just downfall of snow. The sun kind of brighten the sky. You can kind of get a lot of reflection off of the snow itself.
His name is Archmage Mordvo.
Mordvo, okay.
Raylan was wearing a red-brown robe, apparently.
That makes sense.
Oh.
The actual, so when the tiny hut kind of disappears, you'd see kind of the pathway you've been taking now, you've kind of been led off the trail. It's more just kind of flat lands which you're traveling across. Some rocky areas, but you're mostly just kind of skirting around them. You see North kind of, once you wake up, we should arrive in about tomorrow morning. So one more night on the snow. Later tonight, though, when we do rest up next, we'll make sure to get some cover because some things like to come out at night. So be careful tomorrow night.
What kind of things?
Well, that depends there, sir. Depends how close to water we are. If there's any water source nearby, then you get all sorts of manner of creature come down to get themselves some nice prey. However, it's more likely that you might get something flying down during the nighttime. Giant owl, that kind of sort of thing. It ain't really necessarily us I'm worried about as much as our rock treads here. Kind of pats the rock on the side. They're not really used to staying out in the open so much.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well, saddle up. We'll be moving down way south. Climbs back onto his saddle and begins journeying ahead of the group. A few hours go by, and you can kind of see him looking confused ahead. And ahead of you, go ahead and everyone roll a perception check. Sight.
12.
Oof, 10.
12.
17.
Can I have Pog roll?
Yeah, if Pog's out, yeah, for sure.
He'd be out.
17.
Okay,
Oof, he only got a 7.
that's okay.
He's doing loop-de-loops, man.
With the 17s, you'd easily be able to make out some more details. For everyone in general, you can see that the kind of land ahead The snow is less blanketed on. It seems to be kind of pushed aside. You can see almost burns going across the floor. It seems to be a massive kind of almost like crater that's rippled out from a center, probably about 40 feet in radius. A massive kind of just opening in the ground where the ground itself has kind of been crumbled, almost like it's been graveled. Trees nearby have these kind of burn scars lashed across them as if a giant whip had gone against them. Some of the trees have fallen over, the leaves burnt off against them, smouldering still slightly, as if it's kind of slightly white, almost like lightning's hit it.
Oh.
With the 17s, you can also make out over by some of the trees, you can see these kind of like furry masses, like slugs almost, wrapped around portions of the trees. And they're kind of almost like making like a breathing motion as their bodies are kind of pushing back and forth. They're kind of like fuzzy giant slugs.
Cute.
You can see them all almost bipedal. So they have these kind of two-legged things that kind of dig into the ground to keep them kind of stable as they kind of push back and forth. A few of them are wrapped by the trees. But the actual general landscape here is almost if like a battle had just taken place here. With lots of fire and kind of rippling waves of just magic. See kind of north look uneasily around the area. Huh.
This normal around here?
I ain't seen nothing like it, actually.
Oh, can we tell how recent this is? Like, I mean, it's still smoldering, so...
When I say smoldering, sorry, wrong terminology, really. It's more like you can kind of still see the brittle ashes
fresh
kind of coming off, and like,
okay.
yeah.
So... Is this the direction we saw Yule and Onmythus fly?
You're definitely southwest of Stigwood, and technically far southeast of Caldavast. Hard to say because you haven't really traveled in that direction.
Yeah. Okay.
What are those fuzzy things?
They're called haired leeches.
Haired
Looks
leeches?
at Fabia.
Yeah, they're harmless mostly, unless you're a corpse. They drink blood.
Oh. Why are they on the trees?
Yeah, I mean that's not a.
They drink blood.
Uh-oh.
You can see a couple more in patches of snow as well.
How big are they?
About 3 feet long, like a small
Cool.
dog.
They're big.
Do the trees look like regular trees that they're on?
Yeah. Some of the burned trees, some of the kind of fallen trees.
If we get near one, will they just like sort of jump on us because we have blood? Like, how does that work?
Oh, they don't jump. They kind of slither along the ground. They dig themselves in with their legs there, and then they attach themselves to any body they can find. They try to avoid living things. They're not too dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well that makes me feel slightly better. It's weird they're on trees though, huh?
Is there a body under them?
Not that you
Quince
can
my
see.
eyes.
You can roll a
there
perception
blood?
check though,
Jeez.
Timothy.
22.
Ooh.
With a 22, I was kind of looking for a body. You see one lift slightly. And you see all across this underbelly is a purple kind of underbelly. And you see the kind of purple is caused by whatever, like you can see their skin's almost translucent on the bottom. And you see the purple underneath is kind of what is flowing through their body right now. In their veins.
Hmm. Do purple dragons bleed purple? Out of character. Asking.
I don't
Go and
think
roll
so.
an H check.
Let me consult my dragon book.
Oh,
Wouldn't have read anything about
6.
that?
Basil knows a lot about this.
You have no idea. In
There
fact,
weren't dragons on the farm. You're okay. Like, you shouldn't feel
Yeah.
bad.
True.
The purple's weird, right? Like, it's weird they're on a tree, and it's weird that it's... Is the purple weird? Is the purple normal?
Well, usually it'll just go on the color of the blood they drank.
Huh. What, do you know what would have purple blood?
Uh...
You
Not
seem
sure,
very knowledgeable about nature.
I'm not sure why that's funny there, ma'am, but some creatures might have purple blood. I don't really pay much attention to that though, or nothing that I hunt. So,
do we see like any what's the word I'm looking for? Is there like a trail or anything leading away from this crater? Like, do we see any tracks or anything like that, like leading out of it?
You can do a perception check or investigation check.
Okay.
Or survival. Investigation or survival, up to you.
While she does that, can I try to recall the color of the white dragon's blood?
Can I have my little buddy help me?
What can I roll for that?
I mean, you saw it bleed a lot.
Yeah. What color
white.
was it? Oh! Can I deduce that this might be from the purple dragon, guys?
Ed Pog helps, so I got a 15.
With 15 investigation, you look around, you kind of clear off, and then you look to see if there's any kind of areas, and you recognize that some of the actual craters, the kind of places where it looks like there's kind of been the snow's been pushed, you realize actually they're just very large claw prints, ones that resemble a dragon.
So this feels like not great, right? If I assume I would be able to tell, or I assume Fia would be able to tell. Like if I shoot a fireball at something, I feel like it's like this big. And if, right, that looks maybe like lightning damage. They suck blood, and it's purple.
The white dragon's blood was white, so purple dragon, purple blood. It's not.
Do we see any with blue?
Yeah.
I mean, you go around searching them.
I walk around with a stick and I turn them all over. I'm kidding. I don't do that, but
I mean, you can do that if you want to search for it.
Because on Mythos is the purple one, right?
Yeah,
that's not good. Then
and we can tell that there's okay, so well they either kept flying, right, or like they're not here.
Yeah.
So if he was hurt, he got away.
How many leeches are there? Like, does it look like a lot of blood was spilled?
Probably a good 20 in total. A few coalescing in the same spot. Some of them just kind of traveling around, clearly clearing over the snow and stuff.
So a fair amount of blood was spilled.
Okay. I mean, I guess there's...
Well, there's not much for us to do about
this. We can't do anything.
Can we check
in? You want me to go up and take a look around?
I mean, sure, I guess I can send Pog to, look around in the sky, right?
If there are any more, tracks or something.
Yeah. Do we see, another crater, or does he see something like that?
Is that what you're doing, or are you suggesting?
Yeah. No, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll ask him to do a little fly around.
Do a perception check as Pog.
All right. Oh, buddy. Only a 15.
15's fair because it's flat land. You'd see a couple of portions where a couple more claws are further down the way, further into the south, and then one other kind of smaller crater area where some magic was spilled, and then nothing. Seems like the fight took elsewhere.
Okay, I'll tell everybody. I mean, I guess we still gotta do what we still gotta do.
Yeah, this isn't really something we can deal with right now.
It's just a little bit disheartening, that's all. It's not a great feeling. seeing that. But yeah, we better just keep going.
Furry leeches, though.
Don't like this.
North looks
No.
shit. Well, I mean, they're good eating. If you want me to grab one, we can eat it.
What do they taste like?
Usually whatever they've been feasting on, so. Kind of like you boil them up real nice and then you fry them. It's decent.
Oh.
I think I'm
Like a blood pudding.
Oh.
I think I'll
mean,
pass.
Yeah, I'm also gonna pass on that, but
Just pet hog.
He steps to one side, just digs his spear into one, you hear it, and it rolls up and he goes, alright, you're lost, I guess. Pops it over his shoulder and walks back to his
I
mount.
thought he was gonna eat it raw. I was like, oh god.
He clambers back on top and kind of only pops it down to like the side of the saddle and just kind of attaches it around it. Alright. And sets off, continuing down the way. You leave behind the signs of the dragon fight, venturing back towards the mountains. They come into sight not too long after you've set away from the Stigwood area. The Fjells go on for miles. You see the first kind of over the horizon and you start traveling there. It feels like they're closer than they are, but it's mostly just because you're on flat land. They're actually miles into the distance. So it becomes dusk by the time that you get closer. And North kind of finds a little kind of hoveled area near rocks where you can kind of go and put your rock treads and build your own tiny hut again. Resting up for the night. Is there anything you want to do during the night? Let me know.
Can I pull North aside?
Yep.
This might be really weird, a weird request. Could
Yeah.
I take a little bit of the purple blood from the hair?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. You're not gonna ask me any more questions about doing that?
Nope.
Okay, awesome.
All
I
right.
will do that. I don't know why, I just feel like maybe having Omnithus's blood will be a good thing at some point in the future. It's just a gut instinct. So I will take a little bit in like a vial or something that I have.
Yeah, he walks over and you can see where he's kind of prepped a portion of it. You see like a straw sticking out of it. And then he kind of takes you out, spits into it, and then puts the cap back on. That's it to you. You up?
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Let me know if you want any more of it. Because I can eat this whole thing.
You know what? Enjoy.
All right.
I'll see my leave now.
Appreciate it. He goes back to enjoying his meal.
Okay.
Do you want to rest up for the night?
Yeah.
Before we do, I want to go up to Basil after seeing him do this.
Oh god.
Basil, can I see that real quick?
Yeah. I don't
might
know.
Be able
I
to use
just
this to check up if this is Omnithus.
yeah,
Check up on him
please.
easier.
I felt like this would be good to have. I don't know why, but it just feels like.
I want to try scrying with this, but he'll get a -10 since I have something directly
Holy
part of
shit.
him
That's awesome.
to his. What kind of save was it again? Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Right. You're scrying, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You let your mind wander, almost dreamlike, and kind of reach out to see what Omnithus is doing. Your ward appears within 10 feet of him. You'd see the massive form of the purple dragon resting in a cave. The cave seems a bit too small for him, not a lair. He's embedded deep into it.
Mm,
The sun is still slowly fading. It's not quite dusk yet, meaning it's a little further east than where you are right now. Oh, sorry, west. We see him kind of running his tongue almost like a cat against some of his wounds. And he kind of leans his head back. Down his chest is a great claw scar. Or not scar, sorry, like wound. You can see burns up against his wing. Across his legs. You see part of his jaw has a bite mark into it. He looks wounded. You can see he's slowly casting healing magic to try and mask over any of the wounds, but it's a slow going process. He closes his eyes and begins resting.
Any luck?
I mean, he's alive. He's hurt. But he's alive.
Okay. Is he close? Can you tell that from...
He's going to be further west. It's
Okay.
not... The sun hasn't set yet where he is.
Gosh. Okay. We might want to tell everyone else. I mean, I don't know if there's much we can do, but he feels like an important part of all of this, and his recovery definitely important.
No, I agree. I would go tell everybody.
I think Thea would have just been sitting with Tack out, just kind of unsure.
Okay.
I mean, he's gonna nod to Fia and Tack. Do you think we should contact him and see if he needs help? Not that would a dragon be willing to admit they want help? I don't know, but
Are we in the tiny hut, or have we done that yet, or are we still hanging out?
Yeah, we've tiny hutted by now.
Okay. He kind of keeps saying like he can do it and he doesn't need our help. And Krigvenn said that, I don't know, that like that's his blind spot in his own self, right? Is that he thinks he can do everything alone.
yeah.
But I also don't really want to like drive him farther away. So if he's
Yeah.
okay, maybe we just
I think
leave
we
it
leave him be.
for now. And he
Okay.
knows he can get a hold of us.
That's true. I guess now that we know we can, I guess if we need to check in, we can always do what Timmy just did and kind of
Yeah.
gauge from there. Because, yeah, I'm not sure he will reach out to us if he needs true help or even recognize that he needs it. So
He might
maybe a good idea to keep an eye on him.
He might kind of start to think that now if he's hurt. We need to get something from her so we can right?
Mhm.
That'd be great. And we could just
That would
check
be
in.
really good. Yeah. I didn't see any blue in any of those leechy things, unfortunately. That would have been ideal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we just leave it for right now. Feels gross. Okay.
So, resting up for the second night on the way down to Fiel's. You sleep soundlessly. You can hear the sounds of kind of any who's outside. You'd hear the kind of flapping of wings occasionally, things descending down from the tops of the mountains, hunting in the night. But nothing quite as large as your group. By the time morning comes, you're not too far away from the Fields now. And North kind of points to one of the mountains and says, "Yep, they've got a kind of got a little canyon just between the mountains there. We're gonna go down into that, and then the entrance to the mountains there. You should be fairly on guard. It's kind of a safe spot. You rarely to get anything going down there. So I'll travel you guys close to the location, but I'll mostly be keeping down this way, looking after all the rock treads. Make sure they don't get eaten.
Okay.
He saddles up, starts leading you to the direction. A couple hours into the morning go by, and you kind of arrive at the well-treaded path that leads up into the smaller ends of the mountains, into the hills of it. And he kind of slips off the rock tread and starts kind of gathering some of the saddles off you, or the kind of the reins, and starts tying up to the rocks nearby. Up on the hill just above you guys, up on this trail path, a light fire blazes, and a singular person sits there. A horse that's kind of frozen over, or like, not entirely kind of frosted, but like it's almost kind of hauled up against the rock. Been dead for a little while. He's kind of lying near him, a cloak over it. In full furs is a pale-faced person staring at the fires. Part of his skin is frostbitten. And he just sits there, no weapons on hand, watching the flame. North begins to take your reins and goes, "Alright, well, gonna head up that trail that way. Keep on heading down southwest to the mountainside. Try not to climb any higher than that. Stay on that path line, that elevation. You'll eventually come down to an encampment. That's where most of them stay, just outside the Stone Giant Mountains. You need anything, I'll be here."
Thanks,
Oh,
North.
thanks, friend.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Steps back over to look after the rock treads. Leading you guys to travel up there if you wish.
How far away are we from this like fire that we see?
So
With
the pathway going up the side of the mountains here, the hills, is kind of like a curving, treaded path, almost like graveled stone, where the snow, the way the mountains kind of curve on this section, you don't get as much snow on this kind of portion of it. More kind of grayish stone. On just one of the plateaus leading up towards the actual kind of elevation he's pointing to, you just see the fires up there. So you'll be passing by if you walk by.
Okay. I guess we'll head up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you get in range of the fire and get kind of the same elevation, you suddenly see the person's head jolt up. They turn. They look at you with a hollow expression, emotionless. A portion of their face is just completely like frostbitten and kind of unusable. Their eyes change color. From where they were kind of going from like a palish blue, they suddenly become red pupils. And his eyes kind of bring life back in. Well, it's... Grabs one hand and cracks open his jaw. Relocates it. Just looking at it for a second and relocates it. Grabs the tongue and then cuts down the side of it and pulls slightly and goes, "Ah. That's better. Ah. If it isn't my favorite group."
Oh,
See
no.
the jaw swell up a little bit.
You know this guy.
Do we recognize the voice?
It sounds oddly familiar.
Yeah.
The devil himself.
Hey,
Long
who you
time
are.
no see.
how are you?
So you've got a new companion.
Oh,
Yeah, this is cool, Pete.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pete's the name.
To meet you, Adderwald.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, dang.
Then why'd you say it like that if you already knew who he was?
It's called being polite.
He does like the name Cool Pete. If you know him, you know that he actually really likes it. You can call him that too.
You don't have to.
Yes, we do have a new companion. How are you?
He's staring at Aaron. I'm well. In fact, very well. Well met, Adderward. My name is Zelfel.
What's good, man?
Zelfell's kind of like this, how do we put this? Demon King that we made some deals with along the way.
Advent.
You made
Sorry.
deals with some kind of not
No,
demon.
not all of us. Most
He's
of
a
us didn't.
devil, not a demon.
Devil,
Yeah.
sorry. D words, I get them mixed up.
We helped him out back in Advent. He was kind of
Isn't it like the one rule that you don't make deals with like devils?
stuck
Yes.
there.
No, it is.
I mean, not all of us
Yeah.
did, to be fair. I steered clear of that.
That rule was
Like
made up by
multiple.
someone who... Made up by the unambitious.
So what are you doing here? It's good to see you.
I sent
Ish.
one of my eyes to wait for you in several locations. Didn't know which one you'd go to.
Huh.
I came to say goodbye.
Wait, what?
Goodbye.
He looks at you, Timothy. Well, you've gotten around our little deal, didn't you?
Never said I couldn't.
I did not. Well, his hand raises. You can see his hand like snaps and crackles, and you see just the fingers burn off, and the contract appears in the palm as he turns it. Sorry, this body is not used to magic.
Yeah.
A little flame comes down, it burns up the contract between you two. Can I feel this relief go over you?
Hmm.
It's no fun if you find a way around it, loophole. It's a shame,
Sorry.
Timothy. I would have enjoyed your soul. Well, no matter.
Wait. Like, he hadn't told us this whole time. What makes you think he eventually would have caved?
When things got desperate enough, when he eventually made it there, perhaps he would have self-sacrificed to make sure he did the right thing.
Hmm.
That's what I was hoping for anyway. You see his jaw start to swell up from the dislocation, and he just puts his hand over it, and a portion more of the hand disappears and kind of fades as he heals it. Regardless, I wanted to thank you for your incompetence. It seems that we've led to some fortuitous affair. This is where we part ways.
I
But
thought you were helping us find the
the bag
in the bag.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, what was
You can't-
fortuitous?
That ship has sailed, I'm afraid.
What does that mean?
Well, it turns out that the Hand of Lithimer is no longer something we can acquire. Your incompetence, my friends, has led to a new god.
I didn't have anything.
What do they like? Seem cool, nice.
Well, I'll tell you this. The fortune comes from the fact that I told my archdevil. I caved. I was forced to talk.
Is that why you're?
No,
Is that why you're not here? And
no,
you're just...
no. I just wouldn't step on the material plane again. I have no need to.
Oh,
I'm
Hmm.
above it.
did you get promoted?
Of sorts. There was a vacancy when I told the Archdevil Distra of one hungry bagman who Dristra did not want to give away that artifact. Went to visit the creature, underestimated it. No more Dristra.
You got your boss's job.
No, it's not how it works. But I'm in contention. So I thank you. Your incompetence has led to a fortuitous situation for myself. And though I am disappointed in you, Timothy, better path for us all, hmm?
Hmm.
Sure.
What the hell is going on right now?
You're welcome.
I thank you very lightly. You did not mean to cause this. In fact, you failed. Nearly everything we agreed on.
Okay, well, so did you.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I
well,
failed.
not
Sounds
nearly
like you've,
everything.
Fallen upwards. So congratulations and stop wasting our time. We got
That's
stuff to do.
actually a really good point, right? That's a really common thing of like mediocrity just kind of failing upwards because like nobody
shit.
really stops it or anything.
Petty insults are
It just happens
beneath
to
you.
average guys all the time.
I could literally fall up, so I get it.
Adderwood, we didn't have the true pleasure. I see you've become something that you were not intended to.
Yeah, it's kind of a whole thing now.
Want me to take it away?
Well, I mean, I kind of already got the whole vibe that's not, it doesn't really work like that, does it? Looking at how shit went for Timothy there, I think I'll just,
I mean, he
I'll
got
just
out
figure
of
out
it.
another option.
He benefited in the end.
I think I'll figure it out myself, thanks.
Would you like me to give you a little token that you can call on me, just in case you get desperate enough?
I feel like we could use a token to call on the guy, even if I don't use it for that.
May as well. It's like a dinner bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Is it like one half of a heart necklace? He keeps the other half.
He lets a portion more of the hand kind of almost fading entirely from ashes. And a small coin just appears in his other palm. He holds out to you, Adderwood. All you have to do is flick it into the air and say my name.
Got it.
Pulls his hand out.
And before Adelward picks it up, I am going to use Todd to do a full Todd level scan of that thing down to curses.
Yep.
Just to be sure.
Go ahead. Is there a roll you make for it? Does it automatically do it?
Well, I was in that one, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
It might be because it's entirely a new magical item that's just been created in kind of the straight in front of you through a magic you're not entirely familiar with, but it's hard to kind of decipher for you, Todd, right now.
Well, he'll put it in his pouch. He's not going to use it or anything.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, the scold is correct. I shouldn't keep you any longer. Our business is concluded. Perhaps from now on, this might be goodbye.
Somehow I doubt that.
I hope it's goodbye then, at least.
Doubt
Oh, I
that.
also doubt that.
You would be so bored without us, don't lie.
You would be.
We totally spiced up your life for at least a little bit.
You added a little bit of seasoning to it, I suppose.
We got you out of Advent. We got you a promotion.
You did not get me the promotion.
We did, though. You just said that we got. That's what
I
happened.
weaved your incompetence into a fortuitous moment.
It was a collaboration.
You thought you did not think we were incompetent when you started the whole thing. You wanted it. You just thought you didn't dream that big. You just thought I could get Timmy's soul. Instead, we handed you a whole new job.
I'm going to start walking.
You are the waiter that spilled a drink, and my enemy slipped on it. You did not cause it. Besides, now that I have other responsibilities, I shan't take up any more of your time. However, if
Thank
you do need
fuck.
me, if you do need me, Skull, Adward has a means. And Aaron. Are we going to have an issue still?
Aaron's fingers start to crack from gripping his staff so hard.
Oh.
Doesn't say anything.
Would it make you feel better to kill this husk? Know this. Had I had Timothy's soul, he gestures to the body, it'd have just been another one of these. Tempted? Goodbye, Godsbane. And the eyes fade back to blue.
Welcome.
The man
Get
sits
the
there in
last
front of the
word in.
fire. His face just kind of staring towards the user group, but just solemn and hollow.
Aaron, are you okay?
He nods,
Mm,
unable to speak right now.
mm.
I'm gonna
Well-
just look at Adeward. Well, that was Zelfel.
Timmy's gonna spend some time repairing Aaron's hand.
Let's head on up the mountain then.
Okay. You carry on traveling up the mountain, leaving the situation behind, pushing through, following the advice of North, keeping to the elevation he said. Traveling, passing through kind of a mountain pass. You see mountains either side of you. Takes you a good 40 minutes or so before you kind of get deeper and deeper into the mountainside. Sometimes the path is a bit difficult to tread, but as long as you kind of go around the rocky portions, you can kind of remain within this crag. Eventually, you'd get round to an open area. Down in kind of a valley, you would see a series of tents set up. Kind of large bones and like ivory tusks and are brought up to kind of be the staples and the foundations of these kind of this tent encampment. A large cave opening on the side as well. A massive fireplace that is long been kind of unlit. It doesn't look to be. It doesn't look like it's any inhabited right now. It's at the portion of like the way the hills go down now is essentially like a kind of a canyon, almost like a valley in the center, like a circular area, with a cave is down the bottom, leading into a mountain. The actual landscape around you is a series of kind of flat rocks embedding themselves down, almost like a crater in a volcano, a dormant one. You see kind of patches of snow which have drifted in here. But for the most part, the campsite itself is empty. The cave has no one coming in and out of it. And these are Krigvenn camps. What would you like to do?
This is the place, right?
I thought. Yeah. Does it look like recently abandoned? Does it look like nobody's been here for a while? Can we even tell that?
From up high, you're a good like several hundred feet away from it. If you're up at the kind of elevation, you have to travel down to it.
Okay.
Where do you want to travel down to it to check, or do you want to look up from there?
I'm gonna send Arcane Eye down.
Okay. You send Arcane Eye. You travel with your invisible eye going down to the bottom. You find a whole series of tents, some larger, which could fit several Krigvenn in, some smaller, which are kind of built for solo ones. A few weapons are scattered across the ground. Some of the metal is corroded. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay. 19.
It looks like something's burnt away a lot of the metal. On some of the weapons you find scattered around the ground. A couple of the tents are pushed in. The land feels mostly still. Some snow is kind of churned. Some of the rocks are kind of crumbling, but inside the tents doesn't seem to be any bones, any blood. And then you find a little bit of caked blood near the fireplace, which has been out for a while. The actual tent and campsite seems to be empty. Like nothing's been here for a little while.
So everything is mostly intact except for like the weapons on the ground and a few tents look kind of pushed in, but like nothing's like
Yeah.
pushed over. It doesn't look like there was like a huge fight or anything.
No. Doesn't look like there was kind of a massive fight.
Something something must have come through if it's all like if the weapons were like messed up though, like
Yeah.
that's weird.
Can we see like again like any trail leading off anywhere or anything weird heading away from the camp?
No, you've got the open cave, you've got the rock kind of plateaus and the campsite, but nothing. There's no like footprints or anything.
I'm gonna send the arcane eye into the cave regardless to check in there as well.
Okay, how far can you keep the arcane eye away from you?
Infinite,
Okay.
forever and ever for an hour.
Good stuff. You travel into the cave, and as it kind of moves through, you can see where some fallen rocks are. And then there's dark vision, right?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it does, but let me be sure.
I give it my goggles.
Yes, it has dark vision. Out to 30 feet.
Eventually, you kind of come across. Put on some more kind of music like this. In the cave itself, you'd come across essentially a makeshift barricade. Deeper in where the snow is no longer there. And you can see kind of they've put loads of like any wood they've had, any stones they've piled it upwards. And whatever it is, it's blocking itself outward. All along the floor. Well, actually, go ahead and give me another investigation check.
Okay. 21.
All along the floor, you can see where the ground is going to be churned up, and they've kind of put these hard slabs into the floor as well. Just in front of the barricade. In bed deep.
Slabs?
Huge kind of rock slabs, like you'd find out on the mountainsides themselves. They've been carved out and placed deep into the ground. Almost like shields implanted in front of the barricade. But the barricade is...
And this barricade is pointing out, like towards the outside, trying to keep
Yes.
something from coming into the cave?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your arcane eye, it can slip through a gap.
You can go through, yeah.
You'd find gaps that you could go through.
Yeah, I'm going to push through the gap.
Inside, you would find, after a little traveling through, some torches set up on the walls, and Krigvenn staying on top of these kind of like on rocky plateaus inside the caves. They've kind of built themselves like little kind of places where they can rest, and you find a few of them kind of curled up, using their robes as kind of covers or pillows. You see a good like 20 or so pretty malnourished Krigvenn. They look a bit weaker and thinner. And a portion of the cave here is actually kind of collapsed in on the other side. But a good 15 or so Krigvenn, I would say, that are kind of clearly starved, a little bit dehydrated. Or less so dehydrated with the amount of moisture they can get from snow, but more so just hungry and malnourished.
I guess it's arcane eye, so we wouldn't really be able to see it. But if the ground is churned up, does it look like it was like something like boulettes or something doing that? Like something that burrows coming up, and that's why they put like slab? Like, can Adalord see any of that? Okay.
Hard to say.
Well, something's been keeping the Krigvenn trapped inside the cave. They're in there. Barricaded, starving. Whatever it is, I don't think it's dead, and I think it's out here with us now.
Oh. Okay.
Can I roll perception smell?
Yeah.
Only 16.
Hard to make out anything beyond the smells of the kind of the mountainside, and you are pretty far away still. So.
I guess either way, we gotta go down and talk to them, right? We just head down with our eyes peeled.
Yeah. Scott starts walking.
All right.
Okay. You start heading down towards the campsite. Stepping your way down towards it. What's your movement order? How close are you keeping to each other? Who's in the front? That kind of stuff.
Adelward be up front, well, close to the front. Also, as we're going down, I'm going to cast telepathic bond on all of us, just in case.
Okay.
I'd say
Have
Skull to be
Pog
leading.
fly ahead a little bit.
Yeah, Adelward be behind Scold.
Okay.
I hold up the rear.
Okay.
I'll be in the
There.
middle.
Middle.
Okay. Are you keeping within 5 foot gap? As in, like, in a train?
I think so.
I would say
I
so.
think
Sure.
yeah.
You step your way into the campsite. You now see what Adelward would have described with a couple of the tents collapse. You now see the weapons kind of corroded on some of the sides of them. No bones, no blood.
Do any of the like rocks look like? Does any of the environment look corroded, or it's just like metal weapons? Like, do we see trees with like
There's no trees down here.
marks? on them?
You're up in the
Okay.
mountains, so there's not really any vegetation beyond like a
No
few
real
kind of
scrub or
prunes and stuff.
anything?
No.
Okay.
No, it's snow's kind of drifted over a lot of this place now.
Okay.
As you kind of step forward, you're walking into the campsite. Make a roll.
Excuse me.
Basil,
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. You're fine.
you're stepping forward.
Huh?
You suddenly hear jettisons of stones flicker against everyone. Gravel, rocks, pieces of just kind of like almost like upturned snow hits against you guys. And you just see this massive blue form skittering. You just see kind of a red burning ember going down its back. A huge blue body, hundreds of legs, long, a cobra-like fling with spikes kind of coming out of it. Frills.
I throw up.
It lets out and then bites you,
Oh.
attempting to swallow you.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Ah!
Try talking to it.
Does a 13 hit you?
Shut the fuck up.
Does a 13 hit you, Basil?
No, it actually doesn't. 15 armor
A
class.
bite comes down, you manage to just step out of the way. Skull, do you recognize these creatures as Remorhazes? Massive, predatorial creatures of the icy wastes, closer to the kiln. It bursts its mouth up, spitting the rocks out. And I'm going to ask everyone to please
Gross.
put yourselves on the board around here,
On where?
Okay.
Sorry.
right in the center.
Okay.
Skull would be at the front, closer to the cave. And I'm going to ask everyone to please roll initiative.
Boop.
As I find
I rolled 20s, seizing up.
have you got it in what's the thing? Hardware acceleration?
It's been working fine up until immediately right now.
Oh, okay.
I turned hardware acceleration off because it was going nuts.
I had to, I had to, like,
it's so
change
weird.
So if we're in the, I guess I'll put myself right there. Technically, I'd be immediately behind wherever Skolt is. So wherever Sam puts himself, I'll
Yeah,
put
you'd
myself.
be like here, I guess.
So I'd be around here then.
Yeah,
If we're like, I guess if we're moving towards the cave, then yeah, it'll be there.
because it came up behind us.
Mm.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta roll mine still. I'm slow.
Oh, sorry. Initiative.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'll give you control of Fabia.
Mhm.
think you can already edit her. You can probably see her sheet already. Cause it says
Oh yeah, let me see.
Yeah, should be able to. I'll drag onto the map.
Awesome. Thank you. There's Bobbia's initiative.
And we can another roll real quick. Has everyone rolled initiative?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then, as it bursts out this ground, this massive kind of centipede-like blue creature. Thea,
Hello.
you're up.
Okay. I will finish throwing up from how gross it is as my free action, and then I'm going to go holy shit and just instinctively firebolt this guy.
Okay.
Oh, Joe, while we're like still at the beginning here, is there anywhere in the thousands of new tokens you have available that we can find something for my familiar, just so I have it on the
Is
board?
it a snowman?
It was like a little snowman
Oh
guy.
shit.
Cute. Ooh, I like the new initiative window.
Is there a new initiative window?
Don't just get him like Olaf.
Yeah, it looks different for me.
Do you not
a lot
have like
sleeker.
do you not have like the completely new UI?
No, mine just
don't
had an
think so.
option for dark mode. That's all I saw.
Yeah, I can only see the dark
No,
mode.
all I see is like dark
Every-
mode.
Everything I have is different.
Mine
Oh.
even
Like
aside
even
from
the dice rolls look different. Like
What?
Oh.
I need to.
yeah, it's
probably
all dark
re-download
mode.
it.
The turn order's different. I
Damn.
had to
Oh,
turn
wait, I
public
do see
acceleration
the
off
thing
because it
down
was like
here.
using up all my fucking.
It's a 22 to hit. I'm sorry, I had an advantage on, and that is 22 points of fire damage.
You hit him with a fire damage. Whatever's across his body, he's immune. Not a single
Immune
burn.
and not resistant. Okay.
Oh my.
I'm just gonna be pretty salty over that and be like, well, that doesn't fucking work. And I will. I'm gonna hop back. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I just saw the token.
There's a tiny little snowman for you. Oh, actually, hold on. Is it?
Yeah, that's definitely what I had in
Holy
mind.
shit.
What do you describe it as? Like a snow thing with legs?
It's like a little snow thing with legs. I would say probably more than like a literal snowman with stick arms and a carrot nose.
There you go. This will work better then.
Damn, dude.
Does it have little eyes?
Getting all that free roll 20 shit's really paying
Like,
off.
dude, there's so many things. I've searched snow and there's so
cute.
many things come up that I'm scouring through. I'll be able to find the perfect one soon. Here you go. I'll give you a little snowman rogue.
Oh, I love it.
It's cute, right?
Oh my gosh, that's really cute. Okay. Also, I would like to hop away from it slightly.
Okay.
Also need
Sorry.
control of them.
Apparently, I had the ruler selected, which is why I couldn't move.
That's all the new UI I've got, Joe. Like it's like all the character sheet is different now and stuff.
There we go.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna need to re-download
Like every
it.
skill is like now a button and stuff like that.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll check that off the stream. I'll see
Yeah.
if I can get that sorted because that seems fucking cool. I can turn it on to dark mode, which is cool. Let's do that.
I'm going to assume that everyone saw that the fire did nothing, and just in case nobody really realized that, I'm gonna be like, well, yeah, fire does nothing. Cool. As I move back, disgruntled,
Okay.
and end my turn.
Pogster.
Hog is going to just kind of hover a little bit further back.
Okay.
Keep an eye on him. Sassily. Sassily
Skull.
a word? I don't know.
Sassily can be a word.
Yeah, thanks.
There's no one in the vicinity. Like there's no Krigvenn that needs saving or anything. They're pretty much
all
like
in the cave.
They're all in the cave.
Yeah, you can see that it's just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of almost like
abandoned.
where it bursts out. You can see the ground's already kind of coalescing and going back to how it was shaped before. Like it's just kind of crumbling together, like as if this creature doesn't really build tunnels; it lays traps.
Right. Okay. Scuttle Giant's might.
Okay.
And then enlarge. And block like the mouth of the cave. Just get between it and the cave.
Oh, you're gonna cast enlarge on yourself as well afterwards.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, it's my action.
Just see skull grow, and then grow and grow, becoming massive. Literally at this point, probably like 30 feet, 25, 30 feet tall. Massive enough to kind of step in front of the cave. You're gonna move in front of the cave, you say?
Yeah, I'll move to like here. Position myself between it and the cave. This time.
So the creature kind of looks at you and looks back down to the ground at the others. Timothy.
Timmy's actually gonna walk up in front of Basil, actually,
Okay.
and try to whip this thing.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Go for it.
Fabia Snickers.
Oh, only an 11.
You whip up and you just feel your whip kind of crack against its body, and you feel its body's pretty hard and carapace, and goes comes off, leaving nothing.
Uh-oh. I'll stay here still.
Okay. Anything else?
I guess I could, since the hit
Is there
didn't
an
work. I
action?
could still do a bonus action spell, yeah.
Yep.
Didn't use a spell. I'll summon a spiritual weapon
Okay.
right behind it.
Okay. Let me see if I got any new hammers.
Ooh.
Oh shit. there a
Anything else
wood
whilst I
hammer?
find that?
Action, bonus action, so no.
Okay. Actually, wait, I can search spiritual hammer. Let's see if that comes up.
Ooh.
Ooh, it does.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a few choices here. You got this one. When it decides to put. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this one. Or there's this one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
I would say the third one.
Sounds good.
Third
to
one
me.
looks sick.
It does look sick. Okay, here you say?
Yeah.
Okay. I give you control.
I have to remember if it swings the same turn I summon. If I have to wait.
I think. It might
Yeah,
swing
I can
sometime.
swing it the first turn. And this is gonna be a 4th level hammer. Go up. 16? Probably not gonna go.
It swings. Doesn't break the carapace.
Understandable. Okay, that is all.
Fabia.
Okay, Fabia can get sneak damage off, right? Because Timothy is
If
next
she,
to
yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna have her move here,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to shoot it with the great rot bow. Let's see if this works with sneak on.
Okay.
I think it worked. 14 to hit.
Clinks off of the carapace. It just goes
Damn.
looking around at everyone.
Okay. Okay. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think of what else she normally does on her turns.
She tries to stay put so she can get the steady aim. Right?
Yeah, there's this thing called steady aim where you can get advantage if you use your
Oh.
bonus action. To give yourself advantage, but you can't move.
Ew. Okay, I'll do that next time.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Adaward.
The word's going to be casting transformation
Mhm.
and blade song,
Mhm.
and then moving back a little bit. I'm also gonna, since I don't have an initiative order for my snowman, I'm just gonna move him on my turn.
Yeah, that's
For
fine
now.
by me. Yeah.
I'm gonna move behind me.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Basil.
Okay. On Basil, I am going to do or try to do fairy fire on this thing so we get some advantage going. So a dex saving throw, please.
Dex saving throw. That is going to be a failure.
Okay, so it has fairy fire on it. Is that what you mean, or it's
Yeah.
I
As in, yeah,
failed?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
It failed. It failed.
Okay,
Sorry,
good.
Brie, you failed.
The light gleams up it, and you can kind of just see it glowing in your violet glow.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna go back here.
Mhm.
And then I will shoot a bardic inspiration at Fia.
Okay.
Ding. That'll end my turn.
Aaron.
Where is Aaron's sheet? There it is. He'll stand up. You know what? We're just gonna surround this thing and do a couple thwacks.
Okay.
Oh wait, he has advantage. I'll just roll this twice. So 20 on the first and 14 on the second.
And steps up, slams him with the staff once. The 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
13 bludgeon.
As he bursts through into the carapace, it like crumbles inward. It spurts out fire right back at him.
Oh.
Aaron takes 8 points of fire damage as it bursts back towards him.
Oh shit.
But it does
Okay.
take the 13 bludgeon. You
And
see
as
the
this
kind of
fire
fold.
hits him, you'll see a small spark come from him, and he'll grab his throat, and he'll say,
It's about damn time.
and then he'll do 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
27, I'm guessing, is the one that hits
27 hits, yeah.
for 9.
9 points of bludgeoning.
Give
He
him
takes
the fire.
another 11 points of fire damage. As he punches into it, the fire spurts out across his arm, just burning and coalescing against it. Okay, anything else?
No. Also, above board, I finally found a way to fix his voice even in the middle of a Discord call.
Yay!
Aaron will
Nice.
never be mute again.
Nice.
Awesome. On the Morehouse's turn, you see it kind of lift up. Aim around. And it is going to... Yeah, it's gonna go in for a bite attack against you, Timothy. That's a 30 to hit.
Oh,
Jesus
maybe that hits.
Christ.
Wow. You take 51 points of piercing damage plus 5 fire damage. I rolled very high on that. And you just feel its teeth grab hold of you, and then you feel your armor embed inwards as the teeth dig in. And it's got you now in its grapple. You're restrained.
Of course it does.
Holy shit.
At its side, you see Jet open up.
Gross.
It shoots a fiery little burst of like rock, like molten rock towards Skull. That's an 18 to hit you, Skull.
Misses.
Manages to bash it out of the air, causes it to just burn and sizzle on the ground near you. After his turn, before the top of the turn,
Well,
you feel the earth burst up behind you, Fia.
Oh god.
Earth move.
Under my feet.
As a younger one,
Thank you for not leaving me hanging.
I got
Classic.
you.
bursts out the
Oh,
ground.
no.
An 18
Good
to hit you,
God.
Fia.
Can I shield
Why
that?
is there
then?
always
shield.
younger ones?
Little shield.
Always like a big one and then a small one. Every
There's
time.
always a bigger fish.
It goes in to bite you. You feel the teeth go around the shield,
Okay.
and it's going to bite again. But 14 against the shield twice.
Oh my god.
And then from behind you, Skull,
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Like in the cave entrance?
bursting out of the ground. Not in the cave. A smaller one bursts out again. This one's going to go for a bite against you, Skull. A 22 to hit.
Hits.
You take 21 points of piercing damage and 7 points of fire damage as it bites and just bursts its mouth into you. You can see these ones are too small to grapple you, so it just kind of bites and then pulls out and then bites again. The second bite's a 23 to hit.
Hits.
It's another 21 points of piercing damage and 10 points of fire damage.
I need to make 2 saves, don't I?
Yes, please. We'll take the... yeah. So, 24, that's fine.
And a 20.
And then, so you had to beat a 15, so yeah, you're good. It bites into you twice, but you managed to maintain your form. Fia, it's your turn.
Hi. Okay, go with me on this. Here's what I would like to do. I'm gonna not be pumped about that little one that's next to me, so I'm gonna freak out slightly. And then I am going to use the Shadowfell Shard.
Okay.
And the Coat of Creativity on this one. I'm going to, in order to use the shard, I have to use the metamagic, so I'm going to subtly cast, I hope this works. I'm going to subtly cast Synaptic Static on the big one, but I'm going to use my coat to narrow that radius down so I don't hit my friends. So it's just a 10-foot radius, so it's just the size of that. And when I use the shard, I'm going to give this guy... Well, or mother, whatever. I'm going to give this thing a disadvantage on the save for this, which is intelligence.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm like, fuck that. And 20-foot or 10-foot radius cylinder centered on that. It's going to make an int save against my spell save DC, which is 17.
Push the spell for me as well, please.
Yes.
Just so I can have a double check to see what it does.
Yes, I can. And it has disadvantage on the save for it. So I use the shard.
Intelligence score of 2 or lower can be affected. Okay. Well, it doesn't have an intelligence score of 2 or lower, so it must make a...
It's nervous.
An int save, isn't it?
Yes, at disadvantage.
Yep, okay. Well, that's it's not a natural one, but it's a 1.
Okay, cool. So it has muddled thoughts for a minute, and during that time, if it's gonna roll a d6 and subtract that from all of its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saves to maintain concentration.
Okay.
It can make a save at the end of each of its turns.
Okay, and it also takes how much damage?
Oh, sorry, I forgot the damage. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, it's a big
it
spell.
also takes 8d6 damage, which I will do. I got excited
What was the save
about
that
all
it has
the
to
other
make at the end? Of every
int
turn?
save, and it's got disadvantage currently because of the shard.
Does the shard last until you start your next turn?
31, and the shard I accidentally just closed, so give me a second, and I believe it's till the end of my next turn. Let me double check. Yeah, till the end of my next turn.
Okay. Yeah, so it's disadvantage
And
on the
disadvantage
saves.
on it.
You can see it's kind of its mind kind of befuddled. It kind of like looks around. It's got Timothy lifted up into its mouth.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, that was a lot. Okay, that's me. And then just did a spell there, so I can't do anything else. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Pog.
Boy, it really sucks when he goes right after. I'm trying to.
Can Pog like help Timothy? Like.
Yeah,
with
that's what I was
his,
just gonna say.
Grapple.
How close does he have to be to help? He's gonna go wherever. Oops, ruler dummy. I don't
Within
know.
5
He'll
feet.
come over. Yeah, so he'll hop over here. He won't hop. He will fly.
Okay.
So that he can help Timothy with whatever Timothy may need.
Okay. So he gave him the help action to Timothy. Okay.
Yes. Please.
Okay. Is it a bonus action to attempt to do that? Or is he just on his turn?
I don't know. I feel like I fuck this up every time. I know he has his own initiative.
For the sake of speed, we'll just say it's fine.
Yeah.
But look it up just for me, just in case. Scold.
Yeah.
Does Pog just follow Find Familiar rules? Because I can grab it quick.
Sort of. He has a couple extra things, but basically, yeah.
Yeah, that portion of it is fine for me. Can't remember if fine for me is help as a bonus action.
Skull will move to here.
Okay.
I'll Stone Rune as a bonus action.
Yep.
And then He'll begin attacking the giant centipede that's grabbed Timothy
Okay.
with his maul. Let's see here.
It acts on its own turn.
23 to
It
hit.
doesn't have Pog doesn't have to do anything different.
Okay, cool. 23 does hit.
For 21 crushing damage.
21 points of damage. Nice. You crush into it. You take 13 points of fire damage as it bursts out.
Points.
Yeah, 13, 1, 1, 3.
Okay, and then I'll go again. $23 to hit
23 hits.
for 16 bludgeoning.
16 bludgeoning damage. Again, you take 10 points of fire damage. You whack into it again. You feel more of its carapace embedding inwards. The chitinous form just kind of causing just jettisons of this fiery kind of blood that's soaking down the back of its embers, shooting against you.
He'll fight through the pain. For a nat 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, that hits. You take 11 points more fire damage. You're just kind of bursting. It's just flicking against you. And how much damage it takes? It takes 15 plus 5.
I rolled a double 1 on my second one.
Oh.
I think, hang on, do I have great weapon fighting?
Yeah. Shouldn't that automatically be calculated in?
Yeah, unless it did and it
re-rolled the
one.
ones twice. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a sad.
That is literally what happened. Anyway, that's fine. And then I get 2 bouts of enlarged as well. So that's going to be 7 more damage. So 27.
27. Yeah, you just slam into it again, causing it. Another jettison of the fire hits against you and just kind of stand over it. Portions of you kind of burning from its fiery blood. But
and I have the
decent
Crusher
damage.
feat. So when I score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of my next turn. So everybody gets advantage.
Nice.
Nice.
Advantage again.
Double advantage.
Timothy.
Brutal advantage.
All the way around the world.
What can I do to try to escape this restraint?
So you can do an athletics or acrobatics check to try and break it. There's a DC.
I'm not good at either of those.
Pog can help you.
Pog is helping you, so you have advantage if you want to try.
Yeah, I might as well. I can't do
Sorta,
much
you
like
Sort
this.
of gotta.
Yeah. Seeing if there's any spell shenanigans
This will
I
be
can
your
do,
action.
but I don't think I can, yeah. So I wanted to try to banish myself, but I just realized I can't do that because that incapacitates you, so I would disappear and then reappear instantly.
Oh. Good to know, though, for future reference.
Okay, here we go.
I believe in you.
A 5!
Hey, that's high enough, right?
You're like wiggling in that, and you realize like where the teeth are just embedded in, you'd need to kind of kick and push off. So you push off. You manage to get one of the teeth out of your leg,
Oops,
and then it
sorry.
pulls right back down and goes straight back through. You're like, ugh. Don't take any additional damage, but you keep in its grip.
Sick, dude.
You still have your bonus action.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna use on my hammer
Yep.
to swing. At least I still got this. Only a 15.
Things off the back of its carapace. You're just kind of like awkwardly trying to control it from within the grasp of this creature. Anything else?
A 6 has been my highest roll this combat so far, even with all these advantages. So this has been fun.
Hmm.
Do you have your
That's it.
birthday one as well?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to use it on a roll that I have +1 for, though.
That is very fair. Fabia.
All right. So we have advantage just because, not even from the
Yeah,
study
you
aim.
can move.
All right. So I'll shoot. There we go. 28
That hits.
to hit. Awesome. And it looks like
Oh, the sneak attack
23
roll
damage.
really low. Yeah.
Yeah, poopy.
23 points of damage, though.
Okay.
Arrow embeds itself in there. You feel like some of the fire just drizzles off of it, but it only burns the arrow tip.
Maybe I'll move. No, I think I'll stay there.
Okay.
Okay. And turn.
Adderwood.
Adelward is going to go after the little one attacking Fina.
Okay.
So this'll be my first attack, a 27 to hit
That hits.
for 14 damage plus another 14, so 28 damage on attack 1.
You take 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
You sliced into it. Fire kind of sprays against you.
Since I guess I'm taking damage on every hit, I'll have to roll concentration for tensors every time I hit, which I have a plus 12 on, so that's a 28.
Okay.
And advantage on it as well, so...
Yeah, it's unlikely to
next
drop.
attack, 26 to hit,
That hits.
so 10 damage plus another 18, so 28 damage.
Another 8 points of damage.
And I will roll my...
You're slicing into this, causing
30.
massive kind of like just slash marks all across its carapace. Yeah, you're good.
Bonus action offhand, 25 to
That
hit
hits.
for 5 plus another 13, so 18 damage.
18 damage. And then finally, another 9 points of fire damage burns against you. Just as you're kind of moving fast, you just kind of feel the spray come out against you. And you're good.
Okay.
You kind of hold into the speed of it, and it only burns through your temporary HP a little bit. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Basil.
Okay. I'm going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let out a voice of thunder in a line, hitting the little one and the big one. So that will be the Dex save, please.
The young one fails, and the old one fails.
Awesome. 22. Wow, 2 net ones.
You guys are not on the rolls today, but that's
No.
okay. 22, your voice is rippling through. So you kind of frills kind of burst off of these creatures, flinging off into the ground. You can see both of them kind of screech against it. Okay.
Alright, awesome.
Anything else?
I will shoot a bardic inspiration to Timothy, so he has another one.
Okay.
And that's it.
Aaron.
Aaron's gonna stay here next to this one. He's gonna try. Actually, no, he's not. This thing's probably fat on con, right? Yeah. Yeah, he'll just do 2 stab attacks
Okay.
to start. 16 and a 17. Not
17
the
just
best.
hits.
Okay.
He just managed to
Now we
find a
know.
small hole and whacks against it.
10. Give me that.
He takes 8
Fire
points of
squirt.
fire damage. Does the 10 bludgeoning, whacks into it. You can see portions of this, just the chitin exterior of this creature starting to kind of cripple inwards.
Okay. And do I want to? Yeah, I will.
Oh, did you
I'll
roll your
do
d20
another
before?
flurry. Oh, I always forget. I'll roll 2 real quick, so I'm doing another. Let us see. Oh, the second one is gonna proc.
That's the first time we get to see a proc. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll the damage first, because I think it procs after the damage, right?
Yeah.
Was it roll when you
Well,
spend it?
after. It rolls when I use the key point, so when I do this attack.
Awesome. Well, the both those attacks hit 18 and 22.
Okay. 9 and 8. Let's see.
Takes 10 points of fire damage. As he does 17 more damage to this creature. Yeah, go ahead and roll on the table of entropy.
It was a D100, yeah?
Yep.
That.
Oh,
65.
It's got to be good.
I mean, we'll see.
Oh wait, why?
is that the sound of a good thing happening?
No, that's not good.
Terrifying. What happens?
Oh
I want
god.
to know. Don't tell me.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no, what is it?
Did he explode? Did we explode?
As you see Aaron's hand whack against it once, and then the fist goes through, and the second fist goes through, there's just energy you've never really seen before. A different type of magic. This kind of black and white coalescing magic that kind of goes into the creature. Bursts off of it. And the creature in front of Timothy, the massive Remor house,
Turns into a lamb.
goes invisible.
Oh my
It's
god.
okay.
You guys
Oh
can
my
still
God.
It's
see.
okay.
You guys can still see Timothy
I'm
about
floating right
8
now.
feet above the ground, just
Gang,
wiggling.
remember my contingency. The second that it attacks anyone in the group, I'm gonna cast see invisibility, regardless of tensors being active, because contingency is already active. So I will be able to find it again, even if Fairy Fire
Holy
drops.
shit.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's illuminated
yeah.
by fairy fire still.
Yeah, it is
So we
unlimited,
can
but
still
you
see
can
its
still see the
outline.
outline. You can see the glow of the
Yeah.
fairy fire and Timothy hanging there. Yeah.
Whoa.
So like worst case, if you drop Fairy Fire, I'll move over to the main.
Sounds good.
Yeah, fairy fire is a great one right now as well for that. Nice. Yeah, so it's still visible to you guys, even though it is invisible as a body. He doesn't
Oh,
really recognize.
Joe, Also, I forgot to move my snow guy. I was just gonna move him down to Scold and have him help Scold with
Cool.
actions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, he's giving the help action to Skull. On the Remor House's turn, it is going to... It has a -6, did you say, right?
Yes.
It
Or no,
is-
D6. Sorry, I gotta do a D6.
A D6, okay, yeah.
Or it does a D6.
It's going to attempt to
I don't know,
swallow
something
Timothy.
does.
Oh,
It tries to kind of pull you back, but you put your hands out, you stop the teeth from kind of pushing backwards, so it can't pull back against you. The bite fails. It is going to go for a fiery spit towards... Who's distant? It'll go towards Adderward, as it sees you cutting up against its baby.
Okay.
A 28 to hit.
That does hit.
You take 21 points of bludgeoning and 7 points of fire damage as it just goes and jetsons this molten rock straight towards you. Turn around, you just hear
What was the total?
it against your back. 28 total.
Okay, I'm going to use a level 3 Song of Defense. To
Okay.
subtract 15 damage from that.
Yep, that knocks it down to 13 damage. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, now I passed the con. So
Yeah.
No problem.
You like your natural defense as you kind of see it coming, and like a natural kind of shield comes over and hits against you and breaks off of you. Pretty much
At
taking
that
most
point,
of the damage.
see invisibility is active now. Because it's a contingency, it doesn't mess with tensors, to my
Okay.
knowledge.
What's
so
it when
I
you say
can-
contingency? Do you mean
That's the contingent spell that I cast like a couple sessions ago.
Oh, okay.
That
Okay.
cast regardless of like my action or like having to hold concentration. It is a separate thing.
Okay. Let me just double check. Can you use it with 2 concentration spells?
It is not. It is a spell I spent 1,500 gold as a prerequisite.
Then that
it's
makes
the
sense.
it's the big level 6 like prep spell.
Okay. Yeah, just so I can, because I've never seen the spell before. Okay, I've got it up here. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait.
So basically, I already used the resources to cast it. I've already done it.
So it does still
Contingent spell
require the
takes
need.
effect immediately.
It does need the need. It does need your concentration
It should.
because it doesn't specify that it doesn't. So essentially, it's ready to cast immediately, but it doesn't take away the need for concentration.
Well, I mean, it's not a concentration. See invisibility is not a concentration.
Is it
spell.
not? Oh, then that's me
No.
being stupid. Then sorry.
No. That's really
Yeah, that's my bad then.
confusing me
Yeah,
for a
no,
second.
see invisibility
Yeah, no,
seems
no,
like
no.
it should be a concentration spell, but if it's not, that's all good. My bad. That's my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, you're
So
good then. Yeah,
by
it pops
using
up.
contingency, I'm circumventing not being able to cast a spell with tensors because I've already casted the contingency.
That's all good.
ages ago.
I
Okay.
remembered seeing invisibility being concentration, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Cool. Then ignore me. The young ones on their turn. One's going to turn towards you, Basil. It's going to take the bite attack. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 16 points of piercing and 6 points of fire damage. It turns around, bites you right in the chest, and then pulls back. And then it's going to go for a bite attack against Fear.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That will hit.
So it pulls away from your blood, then bites into you, Fear. You take 17 points of piercing and 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that would be them. It's your turn, Fear.
Okay. Here's what I would like to do this time. That's one shitty baby right there. I'm gonna do this anyway. Okay, a couple questions. One,
Yes.
can I still see the big one because it has fairy fire? Would this count as a
Yes.
creature I could see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fairy
Got it.
fire illuminates it enough that
Alright.
you pretty much, you're looking at essentially like imagine like Mufasa in the stars. You know, it's completely
Got
taking the entire form.
Okay. Question 2. Timmy is in its jaws?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So if Timmy is in its jaw, okay. Is Timmy off the ground?
Yeah, by a
Yeah.
little
And if
bit.
so,
Yeah.
how far? Okay, only a little bit. Okay. So then my
Not enough
next
that he'll take full
question
damage.
is,
Yeah.
let's say hypothetically that this creature were to somehow be incapacitated, would Timmy be able to get out of its jaws any easier if it could not do shit because it couldn't? Do you know? Do you know where
Yeah,
I'm going?
technically it wouldn't necessarily drop the grapple, but I would reduce the DC because it's no resistance.
Got it. Okay, so Fia is going to stay put, but shoot the baby a dirty look because dirty looks are free action.
Sure.
And then
Unless you're
I'm
casting
going
Vicious Mockery.
to. No, it's just like a
I know. It's just...
like that thing, right? And then I am going to turn towards the big one. I am going to use my Shadowfell Shard, and I am going to cast Psychic Glance subtly, so that it once again has disadvantage on that in-save
Okay.
throw.
Which I just did, by the way. It got -2.
Okay, well that's a shame for that, because now it's going to take 76 psychic damage, and it is incapacitated until the start of
Holy shit.
my next turn.
I meant, so that was by its end thing. Are you doing another one now? Like, is this a new spell?
Yeah, so Psychic Glance is what I'm casting for my
Okay, so another end save
turn.
at 2.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll the
Okay.
damage.
Boy, my damage is absolute pants. It's going to take 21 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and it's now incapacitated.
Yep. You just see it go stationary. Its eyes are kind of like, you don't even see the eyes actually. You just see this kind of stationary object, glowing,
Okay, cool.
blood burning off of it, dripping to the ground. Okay.
Sweet. Okay, so it's still under the effect of Synaptic Static too, then, which means it's still going to have to roll a d6 on and subtract it from ability checks and attacks, right? Yeah. Fucking sweet. I'm going to smugly be like, yeah, and look at the baby again. And then that's my turn.
It's literally going like its mouth is fully open, dripping with blood. Like it's not. That thing has an intelligence of like 3. It doesn't understand dirty looks.
What?
It
Still
no
felt
concept
really good about
of
that anyway,
language.
so she's doing it anyway.
Yeah. Good
It
job.
looks hungry.
Then I'm gonna go like this and slightly lean around it to look at Basil. Like, did you see that?
Basil has a bite wound.
Yeah.
Pog, it's Pog's turn.
Okay, Pog is gonna fucking help Timmy get out of this jaws of this fucking thing.
Okay.
Please.
Skull.
I hit.
Okay.
You got advantage on one of
Oh,
those attacks.
sorry. The
So-
other little one didn't take its turn, by the way. I'm just going to double check.
Yeah.
It's going to take 2 bite attacks
The one
against
behind
Skull.
me?
Yeah, a 9 and a nat 20, though.
We're in-
Re-roll it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be happy with that because 17?
Miss.
Okay, because it would have done 45. 66 points of damage before. Yeah, you just see its bite, like you just see it in the corner of your eye. Twist the weaves of kind of fate around it, and its bite just clings against your armor and looks confused for a second. All right, yeah, sorry, now it's your turn.
Okay. After glancing back, he'll return to the larger foe and pummel party.
Okay.
Pummel party.
Do that. Yeah. One of these.
27 hits.
27 to hit.
Yeah. 13 points of fire damage.
22 bludgeoning.
Very nice. Plus the other one. Your... What do you call it? Your... Enlarge?
It's built in to that one. I did a macro.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yep. Okay. So you take 13 points of fire damage.
A 22 to hit.
That hits.
For 15.
Another 13 points of fire damage. Just crashing into this thing. You see portions of its body now just like collapsed inwards.
Fire damage hurts, dude.
Yeah, these things are
And
dangerous.
a third strike, which is 20 to hit for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. An extra 14 points of damage.
I'm rolling so low.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is rolling really low today. This is actually like a balanced fight. Yeah, it looks more hurt. You take 14 points of more fire damage.
Okay.
As your just kind of hammer slams into it again, you see portions of its body just now like pretty wounded. Still on its feet though, and it's still a tough creature. Okay.
I will second wind as a bonus action as well.
Okay. Skull. Sorry, Timothy.
Come on, Timmy.
You're now hanging in the air. You can see through its body now.
Oh my god. I'm rolling so low. 2 on my second wind.
Luckily, it goes off to your level, but yeah, 15 points of healing. I think you're muted, by the way.
And Timothy is muted.
I'll use my inspiration on that.
Use your birthday inspiration. Give yourself a reroll.
Yeah. I need to get
You
out
have
of
one
here,
more
man.
left from Basil. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, and if this is higher. Oh
One was
my
a net
god!
One, whoa, dude. Timothy dies in this one, man.
Okay.
I guess.
Am I gonna have to
live
like
in
dive
here.
over and dimension door you out, like drop tensor to get you out of it? Because I can.
I can hop over and get him out too. I didn't get ready vortex warp though, so I can't do that. But
Yeah, I
like
don't
up
have
dimension
vortex
door.
warp ready either.
Shid.
Don't use
I
your
didn't
bonus
know.
action,
I think I
Godforged?
have to use
Uh,
it.
think I am gonna bonus action to do. I mean, a lot of people have been hurt. I'll do a mass healing word from in here, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can see everyone through the body.
God.
Come on, everyone.
Oh,
Let's just
could
go
you
over
roll
the-
a concentration check, by the way, Basil? Just because of you took the bite wound.
Oh yes. Is it Constitution? Okay. Haha. A save, right? Oh Jesus Christ.
Actually, it's fully invisible now.
Except for one person in the group. See it so well still.
Oh, ignore that radiant. 15 healing. You're welcome, everyone.
15 healing.
Hey.
Thank you.
I would say, by the way,
That affects yourself
usually
too,
skull
right?
that would have been that hitting it would have been difficult, but because you can see Timothy hanging from its mouth and you know it's a big target, it makes sense. Okay. And because it's incapacitated, and you know that. Okay. 15 healing to everyone.
Thank you.
Fabia.
All right. Gonna. Is it okay? Like, cause we just saw Fairy Fire drop. Can she still steady aim and just aim in the direction it last was, based
She
on
can
where
speak to me
Timothy
too,
is?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can give herself steady aim for advantage. I would say it can cancel out the.
Disadvantage of invisibility.
Yeah. So it'd be a
Okay,
normal
so just
attack.
normal. Okay.
You still have people
Let's
within 5
try.
feet, so you still get sneak.
So,
Nat 20.
ooh.
Very nice. You manage just to like aim. You're like, okay, working out from Timothy there, and she looks up and go, "There's the head. I can hit it there."
protract-
She's doing
One of the eyes.
calculations and shit in her head.
Why is the sneak attack saying 18 plus, but I don't see the number next? Oh,
The other
This
one,
is
I
18 plus
roll a
18 on mine.
I can't see the number, but I see the
Is it
stat
the dark
dice.
mode?
For some reason.
yeah, the dark mode's cutting out. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm still in light mode.
So it's
Yeah, I'm still in light mode.
28, 36, 46, 52 points of damage.
Go,
It
Fabia.
is feeling rough as you just see an arrow just go right through one of its eyes, and you just hear it go, and you just see the blood like popping near you, Timothy.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucked up.
Fuck yeah.
Adderward.
How injured is this one looking, the smaller one?
Yeah, actually pretty injured.
Because like, I'm trying to. I feel like I need to switch over to this one, gang, since I can see it.
Yeah.
So I might go ahead and let this
Kill
one
it.
take an attack of opportunity on me and try to come over and get into the fight. Try to help Timothy here. So.
All right, it's going to take the attack of op. Nope, it misses. Bites into the air.
All right, Elward's coming over to this one. Attack number. Whoa, this is getting all messed up. Hang on, I just gotta copy this back over.
That's okay.
Attack 1, 25.
That hits.
So that's gonna be 8 plus 14, so 22.
22 points of damage. You take 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. Sleep past that. Next attack, 28
That hits.
for another 20 damage.
Very nice.
They've finally gotten through my 10
8 points of fire damage.
Yep. And one more attack with my offhand. That's a nat 20.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
So that'll be. This doesn't. I have to just do it. I have to click it twice for this. So 7.
Oh, did you
plus,
do the con saves? Yeah. Did
yeah,
you-
I was doing the con saves. Sorry, I can't like it. Does like the way I do the damage for Tensor, since it's so like much extra crap. I just have to click every one of them in. So that's everything doubled. So 7 plus.
Did you do
so
the con save on
27.
the second one?
I've done the con saves on all
I
of them.
only saw one
and
come up.
For context, I have a plus 12 and advantage, so the odds are pretty much
Hey.
0. That
Hey, you never know.
Hey, odds
Double
are there.
ones can
unless
happen.
I doubled nat ones.
The odds are still there, man.
Yeah, I rolled 4 nat ones in one roll.
It's
today.
true.
The rolls are bad
Seven.
today.
I've been rolling them.
So 7, 19, 27 points of damage. And you took 5 points of fire damage from the last one.
Yep.
You drive your sword through this thing for the last time. Bring it up. Do you want to describe how you want to kill it?
Oh, thank God.
Well, I mean, no one would really see anything. They just see kind of Adelward stabbing at the air near Timothy, and then a bunch of fire just falls all over him. He just kind of staggers back, still not really used to the fact that he's not going to melt if fire hits him. So he looks kind of like scared even fighting this thing still.
Like the-
You'd see like
leaning back.
because I like to picture like when someone dies, it becomes more like an object. You see, as you reach like the last slice, the moment you actually kill this creature, like piercing through the carapace enough that you've actually like broken into some organs. Blood pours out, and it slowly fades into view as it dies, and then crashes on the ground, its mouth opening, releasing Timothy.
Thank
Right
goodness.
there.
My God.
Timothy,
No,
okay.
no. I've been eating a lot.
You know, you almost get eaten a lot.
Yeah, what the hell? You must taste really good.
Almost every monster we run into tries to eat you. You ever noticed that?
Weird those
I have.
leeches didn't just attack him right off the bat.
I mean that big weird bat thing tried to eat you too. If I
Yeah.
remember.
Meanwhile, up the north part, Basil.
All right. I'm gonna do another Voice of Thunder and
Okay.
make it so it doesn't hit anyone by going like here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So Dex save,
It fails.
please. Fuck yeah, it fails.
Your voice like ripples against it.
24
yeah,
points of damage.
It's looking really hurt. You like ripple into it. Just kind of leans forward and just stares down at you. Now, kind of lots of the legs stopped working on one side. It's still kind of holding itself
That's
up.
so
Though.
gross.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Anything else in your turn?
At least the feet aren't hands.
I think
they?
that's it. That's it.
Aaron.
Dash up.
Okay.
Wow. Except not dash. You know,
I get you.
dashes and run.
Monk run.
Move quickly.
Oh, ignore the advantage.
Take the
18, 20.
Both hit.
No.
I don't care about the fire. Give it.
I don't care.
9 and 9.
You take a total of 14 points of fire damage. And 18 points. Yeah, you slam against it twice, causing it to cripple down. Drops to the ground as the fire damage sprays across Aaron, burning portions of his metallic armor. This one is dead.
Hey.
Sick.
Nice.
And he cannot make it over to the other one, but he will still. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go
Okay.
here. And N.
The last one's going to burrow under the ground.
God damn it.
So you go.
Do I get an attack of up?
Yeah. Technically, you would.
On its tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I just need to check one thing. I have an idea. Might be cool.
That's ominous.
Wait, why?
I just have to check one thing.
You made it sound ominous. I didn't.
Yeah. Your delivery was like, hang on.
I just gotta check one last thing.
Okay. Yeah. I will attack. Uh, 30 to hit
It hits.
for 16 bludgeoning.
6 points of fire damage.
And then
Yeah.
I just checked and it's not a reaction. I can invoke my Yield rune, the fire rune. When I hit a creature with an attack, I can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Takes an extra
Nice.
2d6 fire damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Sick.
And the saving throw is what for you? What's your DC, sorry?
15?
And how much damage did it take? It was fire damage, right? The fire
2d6.
goes over it. Doesn't do anything to its skin. You can see it's immune to fire. But the shackles lock it in place before it can burrow.
Yes.
It kind of tries to dig into the ground. Its legs are moving fast. Its mouth bites at it. It looks up at you. Realizes it can't move. It's going to just take its bite attacks against you. A 12
Okay.
and an 8. Just like bites forward.
miss.
But it's like your chains are holding it just outside your reach, and you know that. You don't even flinch as it bites in front of you. You're standing bigger and greater than this being. Fia, it's your turn.
Fia is going to step away from the dead one.
Okay.
And I guess. Yeah, I don't know. She'll come. Whatever. She'll come up here.
Okay.
Not there, dummy. She'll be there. Whatever. She's still in range anyway. And I am going to fuck it. I'm gonna shoot the baby with a psychic lance as well.
Okay.
Same size though, because we don't care that it's a baby.
Yeah.
Full size. Yeah. So a fresh, I guess, save for that one.
Psycho Lance, does it specify how much intellect it has to have?
It does not. It does not. Unlike synaptic
Okay.
static, it
Well, it rolled a minus
isn't
2, so.
Well, okay. So it is going to take only What is these fucking rolls, dude?
Oh, that's rough.
All right, thanks.
I'm just saying, you guys roll like gods most of the time. You guys rarely have bad rolls, so this is just
I got 3
a bad day for
natural
you.
ones. Those. That's 17. 17 total to 7d6. That's 17 total psychic damage, but it is incapacitated, so I
Yes,
feel
it's
slightly
incapacitated.
better.
It locks in place. Hog.
I'm gonna rub my head like this a little bit because I'm annoyed I didn't do so hot. And does anybody need any help with anything? It doesn't seem like it, right?
Help can give you advantage on attack as well.
Yeah, we'll hang out by Scold in
Yeah,
case he
get in
wants
line.
to beat
Give
its
the
ass
advantage.
even
The two
more.
familiars are both trying to give Skull advantage.
Yeah.
Vying
Pod
for
goes
his
like
life.
this to wait, does yours have a name, Tomato?
No, but does now have official art.
It's
Yeah,
really
it's so
cute. Yeah.
cute.
So Pog's gonna fly up next to it and do that like nod, like sup. Like respect, like I see you.
It doesn't see back because it does not have the same mental capacity that Hog has at all.
Pog's okay with that.
Its mind is empty.
It's so cute.
Head
I
empty.
love it.
Pog's trying to
no
talk to it like
flags.
telepathically, like it's sending him like pictures of blizzards and shit, whatever it thinks like a little snowy thing would like, and that thing's just blank as fuck.
Static.
Yeah. That's our turns.
Hold on.
Are you pulling up the art?
There you go. There's
It's
Snow
so
Guy.
cute. Hey.
I'll make him big just so you guys.
It's so cute.
So cute.
So
That's his true size.
Yeah. Under your control.
cute.
It's adorable.
So cute.
Skull, it's your turn.
Skull will move around so that he's blocking the cave entrance.
Okay.
Skull
And
looks
then-
behind him like, what the fuck?
He doesn't even notice him. Yeah, he'll start beating on the restrained centipado.
Okay.
Let's do that. 28 to hit.
That hits. You take 10 points of
for
fire damage.
16 bludgeoning.
16 bludgeoning. You take 10 points of fire damage. You crack into it once. The blood sprays up at you.
30 to hit
Yep, that hits.
for 12 bludgeoning damage.
12. You take 4 points of fire damage.
Sorry, not 12. I haven't been rolling this. 13. Still a 1. Nice.
Fuck.
Fuck,
Yep.
dude.
All the nat ones
That's
today.
Yeah.
God damn. We can't escape.
And then a 16 to hit.
Hits. So only a young one. You take 5 points of
Four.
fire damage.
Another 16 bludgeoning damage.
16 blood damage. You're just crushing into this thing. The blood just kind of spilling over you, but for the most part, yeah, you've mostly killed it. It's very hurt. Well, it's
Mostly dead.
pretty hurt.
That's my turn.
Timothy.
I mean, I could see that everyone's gonna finish this off right now, so I'm going to just try to top everybody off because we've been getting fire squirted real bad.
Fire squirted.
Right?
Man.
Let's never call
Right?
it that.
I'm gonna mask your wounds.
I have a meme for that.
No.
in the chat.
You
In
know
our
the
personal
rules, Shane.
chat.
You don't say those words around Bree.
I'm crying
Yeah.
in horror and anticipation.
30 healing for everyone.
How
Very
much?
here, nice. Very nice, very nice.
Don't. Discord won't let me send it.
Oh, no.
Good.
What are you doing?
Even Discord knows.
Whoa there! Someone in Godforged requested the Discord block any messages.
We all just immediately disconnect. It's like, no.
Yeah, you took your
I'll swing
spiritual
with my
weapon.
spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Fuck, sorry.
I'm crying.
Me too.
15 to hit is
It does hit.
probably icky.
It does hit.
Okay, ooh, this thing is soft.
Okay.
God, I need to get rid of that radiant. I keep forgetting to uncheck it. 15.
15
Alright.
points of damage. That's okay. 15 points of damage. You see it slam into it. I don't think your spiritual weapon has health, does it? So the blood just spuds
No.
through it.
Why did I
That's
click
up.
it and make it bigger?
Anything else in your turn, Timothy?
No.
Fabia.
I scroll down to look at it.
Don't.
Okay, Fabia's gonna use steady aim and get advantage, going for the kill. Ugh. I just want to say Fabia would be really proud, and Dodger, of what I shared. Okay,
Oh my god.
here we go. Pull it together. 19 hit.
It hits.
All right. Look at that damage.
I have to
What is that?
scroll over it.
35?
21. Yeah, 35 points
No
of
one can
damage.
count right now.
Oh yeah.
Our brains are
Uh,
elsewhere.
I'll say because it's on the precipice. This thing is incapacitated. You want to describe how Fabia kills it? At 2 health left.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's see. Oh god, I don't want to do Fabia injustice. Okay, I feel like she would aim for its head. Is it still grappled right now?
It's got these like fiery runic chains holding it down, and it's kind of incapacitated, so it's unable to kind of move.
All right, she's gonna say, "Watch out for the squirt, you guys!" and fire.
What? What did you? What?
Hey, Timothy called it that. Okay, it's fine.
He immediately braces just in case.
You see, aren't you glad you had her finish the kill, dude? I could have just described something totally
Yeah,
off.
I-
Really
yeah.
basic.
You guys have dirty minds. It's just like fire squirting out.
It's not
Give her
weird.
The
platform
arrow
to
hits
keep
against the
doing
creature, and everyone universally wishes Dodger the best and wishes she was
here. Yeah. I could never
But
play
you are
Fabia.
right.
That's
She
what
would have
this
said
is-
that for sure.
She
So
probably would have
I
said something like
can't
that.
say anything. Should have definitely said that.
The only difference is like Fabia also would have like dabbed.
Oh god.
Yeah. There you go.
You
Perfect.
the arrow hits against the creature, and you see it collapse down to the ground. You see it kind of coil up, as the others do as well. Their blood spills onto the floor, kind of coagulating and causing little bubbling patches. These are clearly the creatures which were eating the Krigvenn out here. What do you guys like to do?
Sorry, its blood looks like it's sizzling stuff, or its
Yeah.
blood is just
Yeah, like when the blood hits the ground, think of it like alien. Like it's
all right.
acidic and
Mm.
burning.
Would we be able to
Can we get
put
some
any
bottles of
that
this
into
stuff?
like a yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh.
like a
Yeah,
glass kind of
maybe not in glass though. It's gonna burn through glass. What kind
Yeah.
of material do you have?
Fia just has a collection of glass stuff, and she doesn't have anything super special. It'd all just be basic shit.
mean, I've
she got at
got-
apothecary shops.
Technically got that canteen, but I don't know if that.
Don't
I know if I
accidentally
wanna
drink
use-
it later.
Yeah.
Shit.
To make a pouch out of its insides
Oh, there you go.
that holds the acid.
That's
Big
a good idea.
That would work. Whoever's gonna be doing that though, how do you want to do it? Because there's gonna be a risk of burning your hands. Big
All
time.
right, Fia will do it, I guess, because I would have, because I can spend a sorcery point to not take fire damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Go ahead and
Ching,
give me
spend
a straight up. I'm gonna do a performance check with dexterity. As essentially you're cutting open this
So just
thing.
hit.
See how nice of a bag you're basically making. So yeah,
Okay.
whatever. Do you have a proficiency in performance?
I
have
could
a +5.
assist. I could
I have a-
assist with a +5 on you. I have +13. I don't know if that would help.
Assist when given the help action would be a
Advantage for her?
Advantage,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
If you
I
have a
can help.
+5, then you don't have any proficiency in it, right? So it would just be your straight dex roll.
straight dex roll. Okay.
Have some guidance.
Oh wait, I don't know why I clicked advantage. Sorry, it was still on.
No, advantage is right.
14. Oh,
You're
sorry.
getting
No,
help
that was
action
right.
by Bree.
Okay, so 14. And then wait, I had guidance. What is that?
Yeah, D4.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Then-
18. Come
and
on.
an 18. I would say that like with kind of the help of both Timothy's wizened words and magic, along with Basil kind of helping guide you in, you manage to cut out this sizable bit of kind of like almost like flesh on the inside near where the kind of the gutter, it's almost like a kind of an appendix portion of its body, or like a gallbladder, where its bile kind of builds up. You manage to kind of cut it open, slice it. You've got this bit of flesh now with essentially the burning fire of a Remorhaz in it. You pull your hands out. Your hands are just covered in this ooze that, if anything else, when it drops into the ground, you see it sizzling, but on your hands, it just kind of drops off. You can kind of clean your hands off in the snow. This flesh sack will hold the material. We'll call it the essentially the gallbladder of the Remorhaz. But you also get the idea that you're going to need to find a different container for it in a little bit, because this thing is going to rot. It's still flesh. So eventually it will rot.
I'm going to use
As soon as she makes it, I'm going to use Gentle Repose to make it not rot for 10 days.
Shit.
Oh, nice.
Very
Genius.
Nice. Yeah. You
That
like
is
to
next week's problem.
Yeah, right. It's future Godsbane.
I'll just do it again when we, like, in a week.
There'll be one day where you
Yeah.
forget to do it, and it just starts burning her whole leg open. Ah!
Yeah.
I like to think that as I was doing that, I had like my tongue stuck out, like little kids trying to do something real hard, like
Focus.
Yeah,
that.
nice.
And then I'm just gonna use the same bag that I had. Remember when I just like had that head for a while?
Okay,
sort of
sure.
like and the old flesh
Yeah, the
bag.
weird
I'm
head
gonna,
bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the flesh bag back out and
Okay,
stick it
yeah,
in there so
the
I don't
flesh bag.
contaminate everything else. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
go
been
ahead
empty
and-
for a while.
Yeah, go ahead and add that your piece of flesh from the Remorhaz, filled with the fluid.
I wrote flesh sack of fire blood. I don't know what else to call it.
Yep, that works. Sure.
Sure.
You stand outside the
that
open
in here.
cave. The creatures that were kind of keeping them hostage within it are dead. What would you like to do?
Is the cave sealed from the front?
No. On the way in
They
there.
were watching us fight.
No, they've got a barricade up, which has kind of blocked the entirety of the cave on the inside, built of like different slabs of stone. You can see where they've pushed the kind of stone down to stop them digging under. But all
can open it.
manners of like furniture they can put up against it, or any rocks they could move. They pretty much tried to.
Hello.
Okay, right before my giant smite falls off, I'll shift the barricade.
Okay.
If I can, with like a strength check or something.
Yeah, you could probably try and break open the barricade. Go ahead and make an attack roll, or an athletics if you want to just pull it apart.
Yeah, just like shove it to the side.
You have pretty much a good like 20 seconds of doing it. Okay.
Double unnatural 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's heavy, and you kind of burst through it, and you're as big as the biggest one there was, and you're kind of used to this kind of strong labor. So you kind of start grabbing hold like a section of it, push your foot against it, tearing it apart, crumbling the barricade. You can hear the panic from within. You're just shuffling. You're still arms, they're getting through. People within the cave.
Calm yourselves. It's dead.
Who goes there?
Scold. Krigvenn.
Moments pass before you see torchlight flickering against the walls. A few kind of skinnier, tired Krigvenn step around the corner, one leading the path, a few others kind of slowly moving. A little bit more hunched over, the Krigvenn of the Stone Clan, a little smaller. It steps out. You can see they've kind of pretty much all their fur is braided in the Stone Clan. It's kind of where the other Krigvenn get it from almost, with loads of kind of stories written into these, like, they basically have little stones done on like little tablets, and they draw little stories onto them. And the more you have, the more your kind of stories being told. The one that steps forward has hundreds of these little kind of baubles all hanging across his matted fur. He pulls his hood down, raising his torch, and then lowers it. Watching as you kind of shrink back to your normal size, the barricade falling. Are those things dead?
See for yourself.
He'll kind of like leave the cave and leave the entrance vacant.
He follows you out, so he climbs over the barricade weakly, his arm pushing him forward. He looks to the giant body of the Morehouse and kind of the curling other ones. You came just in time. There's a cave in further in. We couldn't contact any of our giants. And the only way back through would be from Mars around the mountains. There are more of us within. A fair few more.
Trapped or?
We had a cave in on one side and the Morehouse on the other. We ran out of food 3 days ago. Water's been sparse.
Do Krigvenn eat they eat vegetables and stuff, right?
Yeah, they're herbivores.
Okay, Adelward
So they're
would make some.
omnivores.
He'll use creation and make some plant food.
Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah.
I will create food and water.
Oh, that's
yeah,
easier. If you're casting that, I'm not gonna use my level 5 spell, dude.
That's true. That's fair. It's a very low level spell. You see him go. Looks down to the kind of the essentially just very grey, just matter. We have food. We have salvation. You hear more voices start kind of coming out of there. You hear a shifting a stone moving, and many more Krigvenn that were hiding deeper into the tunnels start coming out. All of them, some of them don't have many, like the younger ones don't have many of the baubles to show off their stories, but many of the older ones do. They come around and he starts gathering out and sharing out the food. He pats one on the shoulder to do it. He looks towards Skull and then you group. How did you know? You were trapped here.
I was expecting you at the seat. None came.
You are the one who wishes to become king.
Yes.
We'll have to carve our way through the mountain. Just on the other side of the blockade. Our giants will need to be convinced.
You're giants. You were saved by Krigvenn today, not giants.
That is true. We gave our oaths. Saved us. To break that oath would be a tremendous thing. Our relationship with our giants is closer than most.
Well, it's possible you would have all died today, or tomorrow, and they would not have come. So, bear that in mind.
Just for that,
Krigvenn look after their own. We will, from now on.
in truth, many of us here welcome in the idea of a king. It is why I did not shut the doors when you came. But we must ask permission for release.
Understood.
DM question.
Yep.
All right. So we know that Krigvenn swore oaths to giants. Did giants swear any oaths back? Like to protect them or whatever? Or is it a one-way street?
It's mostly one way.
Okay. Okay.
Think of it like swearing fealty to a lord.
Got it.
Once we have rested, if you'd aid us in helping remove the rubble. We've been trying to make room of it, but we grew too weak. Not warriors.
Do it right now. We just enter the cave.
At the end, you can see where it's kind of caved in. Yeah, you can see where it's caved in right at the end, kind of where they've been staying. You see the kind of side tunnels that a lot more of them were kind of staying down. The Krigvenn like gather around to kind of get their food, eat, rest up. How would you? The tunnel itself is kind of collapsed. It's a good maybe about 20 feet high, so it's a good sizable portion of rubble. You can see portions of it being cleared, but it's been very dangerous to clear it in general. How would you guys want to clear essentially a cave-in?
I mean, I got mold earth and stone shape, so I can start burning some spell slots to cut.
I can become a monkey and lift things.
I do have telekinesis as well, if necessary.
Stone shape would be good because we can mold it back into the walls for stability.
Yeah, we can like mold pillars and stuff to support.
Or just make literally a small archway to travel through.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and knock off so telekinesis, knock that off. Go ahead and knock off a couple of spell slots for your stone shapes and whatnot.
Okay.
And then give me athletics checks, Basil and Scold if you're doing polymorph, just for general, just the speed.
Scold will turn to the group as they're clearing the rubble, and he's like,
I said they were safe by Krigvenn, but that was, to get the vote.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help.
I'm gonna do that thing where I just punch him on the arm.
Should I just roll the strength stat for monkey?
Yep.
Should I nape? Okay. 14.
Well, you might not be in your giant ape form, even though you've kind of got the same memories. It's uncomfortable for you. Giant apes are not meant to be in caves. You're kind of in this kind of, I saw a video of a dog. Anytime they went under an underpass, would duck in the car. I imagine it's almost like you kind of almost got your head down a little bit,
Yeah.
and so unsure of the ceiling above you. But so it slows you down. But you still remove some of the rubble. You're just not as helpful as you could have been. Whereas with Scold's 29, he's able just to lift and pull and move large portions of it away.
I'll expend my last 2 charges of Giant Smite as well, just to help.
Yeah, I mean, you get this done in what was taking them days to try and move the rubbles. You get it done in the better part of an hour together, causing a nice pathway through. It's not enough to really fit a giant through, but it's enough to kind of travel everyone through. Like you said, build an archway and safety. Support structures with mold earth and shaped stone. And you have a pathway back into there. He kind of steps over. He looks a little bit exhausted, having kind of consumed enough food just to kind of re-energize himself. And he goes,
Truly saved by Krigvenn. And friend.
And friends.
Well, we've been preparing for this potential in our clans for years. Much of the stone clans allow us just to study the histories and annals of all Krigvenn lore. We've dreamed of a day of a king. One who can save us at our most desperate moment is likely the best candidate.
Krigvenn should lean on each other's strength and not the giants. And your clan is the wisest among us. Your guidance would be a welcome. But I understand your allegiances, so I'll await your decision.
No, come with us. Let the giants see you.
To see the giants.
Unlike other clans, the stone giants are far more welcoming. In truth, they treat us well. Come.
He steps under the underpass, going into the major section of the cave. You see other Krigvenn kind of rush over, ones who weren't trapped underneath.
Ah. We thought you were lost. We tried to.
He kind of points to the other end.
To no avail.
They embrace each other, hugging. They look to you, Skull.
This is the one. I'm to bring him to Iloth.
He kind of steps forward. You see, he kind of uses like an almost like cane built of like a long bone, a leg bone of a kind of a mammoth, and pushes himself forward. The cave opens up soon afterwards. A smaller opening, smaller in relative, becomes a great cavern. In this cave, you can see 25 to 30 foot tall giants. All across the walls, blues, yellows, paints of all sorts, dyes in these great big, almost cauldron-like bowls that are just filled with dyes. You can see the giants painting murals and kind of just history all across the walls. They use glowing moss just to kind of spread around to kind of create hair, so it almost illuminates. No torchlight needed in here. They have aprons with kind of great bowls like hanging off them, where they had these brushes built of just the bristles and kind of the furs of greater animals that they kind of wipe against the walls. You can see these tunnels going off in all different directions of the stone giants tunnels. Paintings covering all the walls in them as well. This greater cavern, mostly filled, but years and years of work. You see Krigvenn helping hand up some of the kind of the dyes and mixing paint for them and drawing onto tablets and writing. Unlike any other Krigvenn society, this one is far more wise and far more kind of learned. He steps forward to one giant who stands in the center, his arms resting behind his backs. You see, he stands tall, but slightly arched. He's got a hunchback. An elderly giant. He turns his head back. Paint kind of still covering his fingertips and his body. A little bit kind of splashed back onto his shirt and his kind of apron. The giant looks down to you. Bald. Stone giants almost look like rock themselves. Their skin is grey. And the joints are the only kind of cracks you see within it. But as they kind of grow older, you can kind of see almost like moss that grows on them. And he looks down, bald as the day he was born. But you can see the lines in his face, like cracks in stone, but wrinkles in this kind of regard. He looks down. And then Giant says,
"Who have you brought here?" "This is Skull. He rescued us."
Giant nods his head.
"We thought you all dead. We mourned, held our respects to you all. Good that you're alive. If you would fetch the painting for me, I'd like to continue our work."
See the Krigvenn kind of leans over and looks back up to Scold.
"Actually, I was rather hoping we could discuss leaving."
See the giant stop. Turn confused.
"Leaving? For how long?" "For good, great Ryloth. I've spoken to you in length about a king, my people."
Ryloth's eyes glance to Skull.
This king sent you?
I said myself.
Ah.
Kind of turns and puts down his paintbrush to the side and looks at you.
I will speak plainly, Great One. I know the secrets of the past. And we are equals.
See the elder kind of looks
Let us
between
serve
you.
each other as equals and not in servitude. Release them from their bond.
I want you to roll a persuasion check with advantage, but with intelligence,
Okay.
as you're imparting the knowledge.
Um, 20. A dirty 20.
What does he speak of? He speaks of something that is better said to you by another Krigvenn. I have always been fond of the Krigvenn. I found your people strong. But strength is something those higher up, the Ordning, care about far more than intelligence. And in truth, of all the clans, yours is may not be the strongest, nor the smartest, but it has the greatest potential. We have not needed Krigvenn for years. We have welcomed them in to aid us in painting the histories and the beauties of this world. The oaths that your people have taken with ours, just part of that history. I would like to paint this moment. The moment we release our Krigvenn to you. Many of the other giants believed if you ever found out there'd be war. Perhaps there's moments like these that will lead to just peace between our people.
I agree. And I would be honored.
He kneels down so he's not kind of towering over you.
An elder Thurn. Gather your people.
What's
Any
his
who
name?
wish to go.
Thurn. Thurne.
Do not force them to leave. Let them know they have our blessing, as I will let know all the giants here. None will stand in your way. I hope to live to a time where the Krigvenn return to the glory that much of history is forgotten. Perhaps the collapsing of the tunnel was a metaphor. Maybe the only thing that died in that chamber
He pushes himself up to his feet.
was your servitude. Reborn in this moment.
He points to a wall that's kind of no painting on it.
That will make a fine spot for the day that
Looks to you, Scold, kind of gesturing for a name.
Scold.
The name that... The day that Skuld united his people. Good luck, mighty Krigvenn.
He'll nod.
And thank you for years of loyalty and love.
He bows his head and turns. You can kind of see the Krigvenni, the elder, looks a little bit choked up by the moment, and looks at you.
And we have a king. All the other clans in check.
Almost.
Almost?
Well, we just have one more we need to speak to.
All of them but the cloud
Cloud.
giants.
You see his face drops.
Why, what?
Yes. Them.
Of all the clans to convince, the Cloud are the least welcoming. They see themselves as the chosen Krigvenn of the... Well, since there are no storm giant Krigvenn, the Cloud is the second down in the ordering. Therefore, those Krigvenn see themselves as leaders above all the other Krigvenn, because their giants are greater than the other giants. You'll have to defeat arrogance as well as show that this is a better path forward. They cut themselves off from all contact of other Krigvenn. We have not recorded their history in generations, and they refuse to give any.
They just don't talk to anyone ever?
Oh, they see themselves above us. But alas, we've managed to convince all the other Krigvenn to come together. What's one more? Though I do
What's
fear,
one more?
if you fail here, there will be civil war. They won't like it.
Then we won't fail.
I have good help. He'll nod to them.
I can see that. I'll gather the other elders. Of anything we can bring. The histories.
Is everything recorded here? Like how
All
far
we
back
can.
does it go?
As far back as we can take it. Anything we are given by the giants that they had to share. Though the
Like, does it-
Krigvenn have been split up for so long, they do tend to share through the elders. There's a respect to Kongstar. The giants are less so. Stone giants... we talk about our potential, but their potential is also great. They are far down on the ordering. Just that above that of Hill. But in truth, Stone Giant could be up there at the top. Others give them anything they can, but a lot of the history recorded here is boasts and arrogances. Might not all be. A lot would be hyperbolic.
Does it does it go in an order? Is there
Oh,
is it
yes. Sort of. It's wherever they feel might be. The way history is recorded by stone giants is in portions of flat walls and rooftops and ceilings. If light is touching it naturally, then it might be an uplifting moment. The darkest corners are used for the darkest portions of history. It is just known how to follow that. But yes, there's a chronological order to it.
Would you know, could we see, I don't know, is there anything about Magnathor and on Mythos anywhere?
Portions? Yes.
It's likely incorrect, but we could look.
There'll be some boasts. That is for sure.
Forgive me, Elder, but I fear what you know of the Ordering is almost entirely incorrect.
Oh, young man, I have studied it most of my life.
Oh no.
And excuse me in being a little bit brash to our future king, but I think I might know a thing or two more about history than you.
Oh, buddy.
I agree, but the giants were hiding something from us. You will see in Kongstow.
Well, if that tease, we'll move immediately. I'll gather as many as I can. I haven't seen Kongstow since I was a boy. Right. Well, the annals of our history are in all of the caverns around us. Human girl. Giants will not harm you for looking. Oh, do not try and paint her for anything. He turns and
I would not.
walks towards the other Krigvenn to start gathering them.
Okay.
Knock yourself out. He'll gesture to the walls.
Can you show me what it would look like if they were talking about? Do you know is there like? Can you spell out Magnathor or on Mythos so I know what I'm looking for?
Oh, you can't read it.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess Adelward will help. He'll cast Comprehend Languages on himself so he can just read it and
Okay.
go look around.
Can you cast it on someone else?
Probably actually, yeah. Let me check the old spell. Comprehend Languages.
It's a self-cast, I think.
No, it's self.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
let me.
Yeah.
Onward, please.
I'll go take a look around, but this is your thing. He's just gonna walk off to try to look for anything that says Magnathor on Mythos on it.
Scott will just like follow Fia to every painting and translate
Okay.
what it says
You would find...
until they find good stuff.
Yeah, you'd find... Working yourselves backwards, you'd find various portions of the history over the disappearance of the storm giants years ago. Heading off west. Far, far west. You'd see the ordering and the design of it. How each of the giants are ranked. But you notice that the field giant's not on there. You'd see different portions of Krigvenn history from when they defended Kaldavas, from where they split off into their various clans. More recently, in fresher paint, is the disappearance of the fire giants as well. Theories kind of branch off. Some people saying that they must have all disappeared or gone deeper into the mountains. Some say they've gone after the storm giants. Some say the frost giants killed them off. A lot of theories, and kind of you can almost see where they've like a theme, a pattern theme. Whenever it's like a theory given by another giant clan, they kind of paint to see around it. So like the frost giants say they were the ones that killed off the fire giants. The hill giants have no real clue. They think they probably just followed the storm ones. A simplistic theory, etc. It takes a little while before you ever come to anything relevant to Magnathor. You see information that you knew. The Magnathor was locked away on the plane of Earth. You see Magnathor depicted with his great clawed hands. You see that when Magnathor was defeated, it was lower-end mortals, humans and orcs and elves that stole those claws. You'd see that his armor was taken up to Fjordhelm. And and you have seen that in the eastern portions of Fjordhelm. Well, not the far eastern portions of Fjordhelm. Closer to where Heligfrost is, his armor was kept. You push yourself back to the point where you see Magnathor's war. You see Magnathor's without armor, fighting. You see he takes a wound. But then you see Magnathor smithing. You see it depicts several years. You see Magnathor hold up a singular glimmering shard. Embed it into his chest. And his body turns to armor.
What?
The armor seems to be depicted differently in various paintings. One thing is certain. It all stems off of this one moment where he smiths down a stone and presses it into his chest. Before that, you'd see the fire giants. You'd see a map of Verarith before Valkyria was locked off. You can see the Vahazi is bustling with flowers and trees. You'd see that Fjordhelm was kind of a distant place that only the frost giants really traveled to. Most of the giants occupied all of the land of Westmore and Crestfall. You'd see the fiery volcanic activity of where Valkyria is now, and the fire giants that loom there. And you'd see a great painting across a massive cavern wall, the Godforged, with a series of fire giants kneeling before it. The rest of the information you know, you can kind of depict together. For the most part, it tells the stories of giants and how, in one cavern towards the end, one of the first caverns, you get hit by a pretty sad display. It is a theory. It shows hundreds of drawings, thousands of drawings. Giants. Fire, frost, hill. You realize it's a population drawing to show how many of them exist. And the vast majority of it has crosses and wipes over them, with only a few hundred left. This is a gloomier cavern that is not visited often. And it depicts how since mortals and smaller races have come to Verarith, nearly every giant has been wiped out. And that's pretty much the giant's history.
Pretty big bummer on that one.
There we are.
Anyone else have anything else they want to look for in the...
I think the shard is good information.
What can you smith down and then stick in your body?
I mean, I stuck a crystal in my body and turned into
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
So, like, I mean, plenty, probably.
Yeah, but you like ate it. You weren't like, right? And it like came part.
You keep saying I ate it. I definitely didn't eat it.
He did crush it. Yeah, he did crush it.
You use the word eat
She's
like
gonna
I
just
picked
keep
it up
saying.
and put it in my mouth.
I feel like you. Are you sure? I kind of
No,
remember.
I did like a
differently.
thing and I like squished it in my hand. It like disappeared. I didn't eat it.
Are you sure?
I don't just pick up magical things and eat them.
You were crushing it to eat it.
I'm
yeah,
not a
make it smaller.
dog.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. You picked it up to So you could put it in. Yeah.
I might have picked it up and smelled
too
it
big.
for a second.
It was
and
too
then I
big to put
squished
in your
it my
mouth, so you had
hand.
to make it.
I didn't
take a
open
bite.
my mouth and
like an
check to see if
apple.
I could fit it in my mouth.
Well, no, because you could tell you could, but you were gonna like definitely like. I think
There
you were
was
gonna.
never
you
a
picked it
moment
up
in
to, like,
the
apple bite
entire
it.
moment in that
I'm
fight
pretty
where I considered
sure-
eating it.
Maybe we should find a wall and see if it's written down that you, whether you. I think you were gonna try. You wanted to. You were. All right, you crushed it.
Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I think it's time we gotta move on.
On to your question, the fire giants are the greatest smiths this world's ever known. They made the Godforged. Make whatever they want.
True. What do we just like? Feed him and shoot him in the chest? Looks
Pay
at
for the
Fabian.
chest, I guess.
Okay. Thanks for walking through.
No problem.
Heading back to the kind of main cavern area, you can see most of the Krigvenn have got the things together. You see there's some tears shed between giants and Krigvenn saying goodbyes. Almost kind of like departing families, but almost like understanding one another's position. Whereas in other clans you might have come across the strong respect that fire giants had with their Krigvenn. Here it's more like family. They say goodbye. And the Krigvenn, carrying all sorts of their tablets, anything they've kind of recorded history on, a lot of the paints are brought with. Journey out of the Fjells, past the Remorhazes. A convoy of elders, law takers, and the ones who will write this into the history books. Again, heading towards Kongstar. Godsbane has convinced nearly every clan to join under one rule, under a king. But still, at the highest peaks of the kiln, one clan remains. Potentially the hardest one to convince. And that is where we'll pick up next week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Well,
We did it.
thanks everyone for playing as per usual. And good job. Yeah, you've only got the cloud giants to convince now. No biggie.
Hell yeah, easy.
Easy.
no biggie. And then you have a
They're
king
probably
in the party.
bored. They're gonna be excited someone shows up to like visit them.
Maybe. Yeah.
And maybe they'll be really happy.
That's what my notes say. It's just they're excited to see someone. They're like puppy dogs.
Excited.
They would definitely
They-
want a king from the Fire Clan.
Yeah. What if they just feel like, how come no one calls us? Like, what if they just feel
Why
sad?
does everyone hate us?
Yeah, like no one ever calls. Like we used to hang out all the time, and no one's called us in like centuries. What the hell, man? What did we do wrong?
Everyone's
And they're just
spreading
like,
a rumor that the fucking cloud clan is just assholes.
right? But they're
Let's
just
abandon
actually
them.
quietly spiraling into depression, just like everyone hates us. No, they miss you. You didn't call them. Well, the goes both ways.
Hey, maybe that'll happen. Who
I
knows?
believe.
Hey, I got to split like right now.
Okay.
So can I have someone else in the group just do my intro for me in like a really
Yes.
just elaborate impersonation of me? Like just do whatever you want. Okay, you guys are all great. I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later, buddy. Thanks so
Bye.
much.
Sorry.
Bye-bye. It's okay. Let me
Is he? Was that a bit? Is he pretending he has to split?
No,
Oh,
I
shit,
think that
can we
sounded.
do that? What if we
No,
do
no,
that?
no, no.
Like-
That's,
I'll just
that
say,
sounded
gotta
like
go back.
legitimate tomato, right? Although
It
I
did
mean,
sound-
look, if he lied, then that was
The
a good
fact that I
lie.
can't
No,
tell
he did say that he had to.
is damning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man's getting too good at roleplay.
I feel like you have to do it, Joe, because he was making fun of your impression of him earlier, and now you gotta like get your
Hey,
own
guys.
back.
It's me, Tomato. You
Oh my god!
you can find me at twitch.tv/Tamal.
I would not say this.
I stream all sorts of games. Every day, different game.
God.
But I don't want to shout myself out, so just, Sam, you take over.
Holy fuck. Oh.
How can anyone follow that?
Sam?
Stripping.
Hi guys, you want to follow me, twitch.tv/stripping.
Joe, can you do all of our shout outs, please?
Don't follow
Imitate
me.
all of us.
Don't follow me. Just subscribe.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't want your follow.
Yeah, that's true.
Get-
You can subscribe to Sam over on twitch.tv/stripping.
Either show up with money or don't show up.
There you go.
I like it. I hope to look in your chat. I'm going to look in your chat in 10 minutes. I better see 10 Prime subs in there. I'm guessing everyone's going to be playing Elden Ring this week. So
Prime content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. It's pretty easy shouts. Bree?
Hi, I'm Bree. That's it. I don't
Horizon
think
Zero Dawn.
What'd you say? No,
I'm playing Horizon,
No.
New Horizon Dawn.
I don't know what to play. All the new games that came out are really hard to stream. I might eventually do Elden Ring. I don't know. We'll see.
Did you say you were going to do some sort of
Follow.
lore thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a lore through with Benj at some point
Nice.
where we literally just go through like every item description as we play.
He's
We
already
both have
done that.
notebooks. I literally have
He's
like 30
already done
pages.
that.
Okay, Sam. We're gonna do it again. I have 30 pages of notes to go through. I'm very
Look at your
excited.
cute notebook.
How many pages you got on that stupid horse? I won't spoil what it's about the horse.
Oh, none, because I
Good.
wasn't weird like you about it.
Twitch.tv/Breebun.
Yeah, that's me.
Dodger couldn't make it this week, but that is twitch.tv/DexBonus. Same with the Twitter page. You can go and check her out. She plays a new game every day. She plays all sorts of
What else does she
games.
do?
She drinks coffee and talks about her toddler. Yeah,
There you go.
her
Spot on.
little shriek. Shane.
Hey, no stream tonight. Got birthday stuff to do. Sorry. Tomorrow I'll stream Elden Ring. I can't stop playing this game.
I know.
I'm excited to start my next playthrough as well. After
Are you
I
going to start
beat it.
straight afterwards?
Absolutely. I want to try so many builds.
Insanity.
It's a lot of hours.
It'll be-
It's a lot of hours.
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Please go and show the birthday boy lots of love tomorrow. And finally, Old Lady Gamer.
That's me. I'm not playing Elden Ring. You guys, all those games creep me out a lot. There's a lot of hands
impression of you would be-
everywhere.
You guys,
Yeah.
I'm not streaming today.
I'm not gonna play Elden Ring offline or
There's
online.
not that many hands.
Or there's a lot. I saw a lot of hands.
No,
I saw a lot of
I-
fingers. There's a lot of
I've been trying to
hands.
convince her to play it, and then I mistakenly showed her the weird hand spiders.
Yeah.
That too.
Already spider. Like I don't really want to see a spider. I don't really want to see hands. Just hands. I don't really want to see a spider with hand. It's a lot. It's a lot to
It's
handle.
the worst
Also-
It's a
combination.
spider that can high five you.
That's
So-
true.
That's
shit.
my worst
That's
nightmare.
True. If you could do like, okay, if I could find a shot of one of those spiders like doing a little fist bump, then I'm in. So yeah, then I'm in.
Actually,
If it
no,
will fist
no.
bump.
Actually,
Eight
I
little
think that's in the moveset. Genuinely. So
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it's a
Okay, well
punch.
then
It's like
maybe
a-
I'll look at it.
yeah. It's just that you're a little
I
too
did
small
think-
for the fist bump. So
All right, let's not be sizist about this here.
I mean, in
okay?
general, but
I could
you
do
definitely.
like it'd be a gentle fist bump from this. All right, don't ruin this for me. It's like the one thing that's making it not grotesque.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my deal.
Okay.
And like hands and spiders really together. Separately, they might be okay.
Hello, I'm Joe Fudge. You can watch me on this channel, twitch.tv/Joe Fudge. I am going to be streaming lots of Elden Ring this week. Hopefully complete it by the end of the week. I've still got a fair bit to go, so what's there? I'm playing as Kratos, but I'm essentially doing a Darth Maul build now. Other than that, yep, yeah.
You're
So
just
crossing the
lazy to
worlds.
change your.
No, I
model?
looked up.
Why
People
not?
have already done Darth Maul, so I didn't want to be one of the crowd.
Darth Kratos.
I could do it. Actually, that'd be
There
sick.
you go.
Maybe I should do that. Other than that, I have a Discord which you can go and post any fan art. You might find any fan art goes into the opening screen if you allow it. Dodger has kindly been piecing these together every now and then. Other than that, in the Discord you can just chat about the episodes and stuff. And every Tuesday I read some homebrew on my channel. And finally, there's a Patreon. I'm a week behind on the Patreon because I got my new computer and I couldn't sign into my Patreon. It took ages. But I'm on it now again, so lots of stuff to come up this week. Notes of the game, any homebrews I make, etc., etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be back next week for episode 80. And we'll see you there. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for coming by. And we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.